Thought crimes.
That son of a bitch off the field right now. Out. He's fired. He's fired!
Thought crimes.
Come on, man.
Purported, 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 purported. This is First Shot, and welcome to Purportedly. Racism does exist. You know that. I know that. Hell, even Molly knows that. Now let's get that out of the way, and let's talk about our pants. Now you must be asking, what do I mean by pants? I'm talking about pulling all pants up. We can't always go after white people where we treat ourselves a certain way but not pulling up our own pants. It's been purported that black Americans pull up their pants less than white Americans. Now we gonna get to Daniel later. We gonna get to him. We're gonna get to Daniel Snyder. But I want to focus on the purported reports on the black NFL players. When we show up to work late and it's been purported that we've been on the weed, that does not make us look good in front of white America. That doesn't make it look good for me. And you know, on this show, I tell y'all the truth. Now I understand that there can be racism against the collectiveness against black people. But one black person can make us all look bad. If you show up to work late and it's been purported, we all look bad. I understand that there can be racism against the collectiveness against black people. But one lazy black person can make us all look bad. If one black person is late and it's been purported, we cannot call that racism. You heard that? I said racism. If Pookie on the block did not show up for work, we cannot purport that is racism. Damn, this may not like you. But we know ESPN loves me. Now, if Pookie on the block is late for work and it's been purported that he has a history of tardiness, that is not racism. If a white person just don't like you based off of your personality, and it's been purported that they have a good record on other groups, including black people, then you may be the problem. Now let's get into the meat and potatoes of this. It's not racism if I didn't see it. Did they purport it as racism? I didn't see the purports. So how do I know that it's true? Point the camera towards me. Point it towards me. And I want to say this to white America, as a black man, that if I wake up and I am focused on making money, focused on making my bosses richer, so I could get a piece of that pie, that means that all people want this. I wake up every morning thinking, how much more money can I make with my bosses? How much more can I massage their balls? And I know that there are other black Americans out there like me, white America, that do not want any problems. We just want to make money like anybody else. And that has also been purported. So that's what I want to say to my white brothers and sisters out there. This doesn't mean it has nothing to do with all of you, because I know the majority of you are good. But it's been purported that black people want to make that dough. And we know ESPN is paying me well, paying me damn good money.
Warning. The Federal Communications Commission has determined the following content to be emotionally harmful. Snowflakes should not view this content under any circumstances, even if supervised by a G.I. Joe, Navy SEALs, Army vet, or someone with good common sense. The views and opinions expressed, including the depictions of persons of color, corrupt politicians, white people with or without a tan, haters who have yet to brush their teeth typing angrily in the comment section with hot breath syndrome, do not reflect any official policy or position of the U.S. government. This program contains graphic language, dark comedy, unique intelligence, creativity, a high credit score, and high blood pressure when triggered. This program has also been accused of racism, violence, misogyny, mansogyny, feminism, Taoism, defacement of celebrities, and of course, being a bully. Welcome to Thought Crimes.
Thought crimes.
Come on,
Get
man.
that son of a bitch off the field right now. Out. He's fired. He's fired.
I'm Donald Trump in a white tee and white ones.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Thought Crimes. This is your girl, Sincere, and I'm here with...
Yo, what's up, everybody? This is your man, Prince Solomon, P Solo, back in the building again. And as you would say, Sam, purported. All right, yeah. So y'all know what time it is, man. I hope you guys are having fun. Yo, New Yorkers, what happened?
New York, stand down.
Said New York, stand down. First of all, let me just say this real quick. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I did not want to tell you guys. I didn't want to bring your motivation down, but I knew when Trump was going to show up. I said, "Oh yeah, they're going to lose."
For 100%.
100%.
Because he was, when he went to the Super Bowl, the team he was rooting for, they lost.
They lost.
Okay.
And Kendrick's ass couldn't do them damn fireworks either. I told y'all, Trump is like Emotep when Emotep looked like uncooked pork chops. Y'all remember at the beginning we was trying to find his organs and stuff? Wherever Trump gonna show up, the price will go down.
And New Yorkers, I gotta talk to y'all for a moment. I know that Trump is from New York, but I gotta say this. Y'all was cooking, and then Trump came to the game, and it was a major L.
Hey.
Like, I'm gonna be honest with y'all, he can't come back.
Man, wherever Trump goes, I just know a loss is gonna happen.
This is a one-in-a-lifetime thing for the New York Knicks. They don't have no time for no bad juju.
He like an orange eclipse. He is. I knew that. I said, "Oh yeah, they gonna lose game 3." Did y'all see? Now y'all see in the background on the B-roll that they started attacking people that were wearing Spurs jerseys.
Well, yeah.
San Antonio, what's good, y'all?
New York City always been like that though. Also Boston too. They attack people. They attack people.
New Yorkers, don't get too cocky. Because you get down there talking that, yeah, we messed them up. Y'all get down there in San Antonio for them other games, right? Cartel is waiting.
Also, Jay Anderson said he needs to go to game 4. Dre 7, Jay Anderson, they want the Spurs to win.
Think about about this. They have been on a 13-game winning streak. 27 years since they played in the Madison Square Garden at the NBA Finals. And the first time,
nigga, I'm from New York.
they hold a L. They did all of this stats. It's been 27 years, and Trump says, "Hold on, I'm coming through."
Right. Also, dope apologetic. His butt came there to cause trouble, only to fall asleep. Nigga, how the fuck? There's regular people who were waiting for their entire lifetime to get there. They had quadruple security because Trump showed up there, and then you fucking sleeping.
Trump went to sleep.
It wasn't exciting. How you fall asleep for an exciting game?
And he fell asleep after he ate that hot dog in the blanket.
Let's just be honest.
That pig in the blanket up there. Y'all saw that?
Trump is an attention whore, and he always has been.
Did you saw when you saw him smirking when they was booing him?
Boo!
Love it, love it. I said, you know what? Trump is a elderly troll. He's an old troll.
The Grinch that stole Christmas.
The Grinch that stole Game 3. And I saw New Yorkers online. They were so happy. I saw father and sons. They're like, son, I wanted to always tell you the Knicks were good. Just your whole life they've been sorry. And I was like, oh, that's so sad. And they was like, Trump coming through. I said, oh, yeah, they going to lose.
You heard what Flo said? They priced out the actual fans who've been dedicated for Trump.
Big money Trump. Y'all don't know y'all in the Gilded Age.
Big bank take little bank.
Y'all in the Gilded Age. All right? Now, another sign that was pretty bad, too, the area that they had the Secret Service wall off everything, there were businesses that was saying, I saw them online. They was like, oh, man, I'm about to make so much money. The Knicks are going to be playing in the NBA Finals in New York. And then Trump says, I'm coming through. And then they sectioned those whole restaurants off. They made no money.
I know. That's why, like,
they made no money.
Yo, just to let y'all business owners know, stop being whores for famous people. It don't always guarantee you things. If you have a large amount of dedicated customers, service them first. Also, Love Wisdom in the building.
What? Shouts out to Love Wisdom.
Trump is a plague, messed up the energy. He definitely did mess up the energy.
The jig is up.
He messed up the fucking energy for sure.
Ooh, I knew it. I said, oh, they're going to lose Game 3. Now, how many? They got to play another game in New York, right? They're going to be playing Game 4 in New York? Mm-hmm. You guys let me know, because I'm not following it all the way through. I'm just watching highlights. Because
Jay Fro was there, too.
Editing. Who, where?
Jay-Z and Trump in the same building.
Oh, he was.
Under a alt-right agenda.
Cheer, protesting.
So
hashtag we can't win.
So Jay, Jigga, you against this whole alt-right energy. How you felt about Trump being at the game?
I mean, we all humans. We get to watch the game. We're just chilling with each other.
All right. So there's no alt-right agenda tonight?
Not tonight, I mean, I put some Murray's hair grease in my afro, but that's about it. Man, yeah, so, listen, we told y'all, I'm just being real with y'all. I really believe Donald Trump is Emotep from the first Mummy when he was looking for his heart, his lungs, his brain. Wherever Trump walked through, that's going down. That is going down. Okay, so tomorrow they'll be back in Texas. Okay, shouts out to Love Wisdom. Okay.
Game 4 in New York, and why?
Y'all think Trump gonna pull back through?
No.
Now, Stephen A. Smith said that prior to everything, he said that if the Knicks, because y'all know Stephen A. Smith was kind of like trying to figure out politically which would be the best move for his career to run as a Democrat or a Republican openly. But Stephen A. Smith said, if, you got to do the voice saying, if, okay, he says, if the Knicks lose Game 3.
Game 3. Purportedly, to be fuck.
So let me get this straight.
So he said,
Stephen A. Smith didn't give a fuck about nothing about policies with Trump.
No, but Game 3.
He was sucking Trump off for years now.
Yes, he was.
But when he fucked up the Knicks run,
Yeah.
then he finally had something to say against Trump.
Well, he said
That's
something
crazy.
before the game because I knew he felt in that forehead that they were going to lose. It's like a Teletubby stomach, but it's on his forehead. So he knew, he said that if they lose game 3, it's Trump's fault. And then Trump said he got a low IQ.
So Trump now is saying that Stephen A. Smith has a low IQ. After Stephen A. Smith was praising Trump,
Yes.
you know, he went after Jasmine Crockett wig
Woo.
to elevate Trump. And now he's castigating Trump only because of the Knicks.
Only because of the Knicks, because at the end of the day, Stephen A. Smith's true religion is New York.
Yes.
Yeah, there's Christians, there's Muslims,
Man,
and there's New Yorkers.
Forget about the people on food stamps and Medicaid and Medicare.
No.
Man, forget about the whole clean water and environment. Fuck all that.
Yeah.
Are you down with the Knicks or not?
Yeah, now this will be good for Stephen A. Smith and his ratings, depending on whether he's going to take the backbone and cook Trump back. You know, but as you guys can see in the B-roll back there, yeah, anybody that showed, now my only question, anybody that showed the Spurs jersey, they were getting drugged. Now my only question, realistically, because the New York, Boston stuff, I usually get it. It makes sense to me. And I want to say shouts out to the Spurs, shouts out to the San Antonio. I know I spent some time out there and everything, so I got people out there. But I want to know why on earth would you take the risk of walking crowded ass COVID-19 New York with them Spurs jersey on after the New York Knicks loss? Since it's been a century since they even been in this position.
Spurs, I mean, other fans don't care. They know how people in New York City
Boy,
act.
them people would I think some of them Spurs people were shocked.
You think they were shocked?
Yeah, did you see the one little boy that looked like a Twizzler? They snatched this shit down like a stripper. Nigga, take that shit off.
Well, maybe you know what? Maybe I'm being naive because I'm from Jersey, so I know how they act.
Yeah.
I mean, but Boston does the same thing. They beat the shit out of a Yankee fan years ago.
But
when
Bostonians,
they had that tense rivalry.
You're right, but like
Boston Red Sox and Yankees.
But Boston, they curmudgeon-y. They like the tall, leprechauns. They kind of grumpy.
You call them leprechauns because they're Irish?
Yeah, but the New Yorkers are grumpy. Bostonians are grumpy. It's kind of expected. I was looking at some of the Spurs fans. I love you. I don't want the people to be getting jumped because they had a brother. It was an old brother. Looked like somebody's father.
So you saying they weren't prepared?
Yeah, they were kind of being country. Like if I'm wearing a Spurs jersey, I'm keeping something on me.
But they're probably
you ain't gonna strip me.
They're like, we're polite.
Yeah, but they not. That's what I'm saying. Like I didn't understand. I'm like, boy, how country are y'all? Y'all know where y'all at? That's like being in Chicago with the hat cocked, the brim cocked to the wrong side.
You know, like some people in New York City, though, because they couldn't put their hands on Trump, they're going to put their hands on the innocent Spurs fans.
Yeah. And you know what's crazy? It didn't help that Wemby was mushing homeboy in the back of the head.
He was mushing
Wemby
the shit out of
being evil.
Get your bitch ass out of here.
That's Kareem Abdul-Wemby.
He's like, if it was up to Trump, I would be deported.
That's probably why he was upset. But they was booing the hell out of Trump.
Boo.
Man, when I saw Trump smile, I said, oh, he know what he doing. Did you see when they was booing him, he was smiling?
Yeah, he likes being the villain. Anything attention.
Trump likes to ruin the moment. He came there. New Yorkers, how do y'all feel? Trump came there. He came back as a hometown hero to mess everything up. So Trump loved it. He loved every bit of it.
Wait a minute.
Loved it. Gotta get it. Love it. Yes.
I got a conspiracy.
All right, then.
Okay.
You know what time it is, Sid?
We had Jay-Z and Trump at the Super Bowl.
Oh, yeah.
When Kendrick Lamar gave his legendary halftime performance.
Oh, good points.
We have Jay-Z and Trump, Game 3. What's going on?
Wow, because some people felt like with the Super Bowl performance with Kendrick, it was dope, but some people was like, hey, is something off, something missing? The fireworks. Because y'all know Kendrick is damn near an arsonist. Everywhere that nigga performed, something's being set on fire. That performance had no flames. The performance was nice, but then you find out when Trump showed up, you can't have fireworks when the president is in the stadium. So then here we are again, Trump and Jay-Z back at it again.
I mean, what does this mean? Sag, we're dealing with a Sag and dealing with also what is Trump? A Gemini?
Gemini.
Sag and Gemini.
So it's probably not good for minorities. That's what it's looking like to me. It ain't good for minorities. I knew when they said he was going, I said they're going to lose game 3.
But a lot of New Yorkers have been piling up some L's a little bit, though.
Okay, break this down, East Coaster.
All right. You had Jay-Z 444 speech in Philly. You had
good point,
50 Cent baby mother, DAPHNE, clapping her ass cheeks everywhere. Porn tapes.
Even her interview with DJ Academic, and it looked
then,
like she got academics roped up.
And then dancing and clapping cheeks also to Iceman. So,
right.
And then also I thought about it. At first I was like, maybe it's not too bad of an L for 50 because Diddy got a micro penis. But then I thought, no, it is an L because you had a child with her. If you
yeah. 50 keep trying to slide out of that
one. If you didn't have a child with her,
you the champ.
You would have been fine, but you had a child with her, so it's a triple L for 50.
Because we told y'all in rap music, men do it in general, but they definitely make fun of who you have a baby by. If she's good looking, but they was able to lay your woman out on the bedroom mattress, they gonna brag about it.
Then Trump is turning the United States into Titanic.
He is. He is. He is. All right.
I'm not saying it's all the way L's because the Knicks getting this far.
Man.
Although the Epstein files predicted this allegedly.
Yeah. It's 27 years, y'all. The Knicks have never been in this position in 27 years. What was culture like? Go ahead, Sam. I want you to continue to break down your conspiracy.
Well, I feel like if the Knicks win, it will wipe away all the sins of New York City and all the L's. That's why a lot of people, a lot of the tycoons in New York City, the bankers, they need the Knicks to win.
Well, the only way that's going to happen, if Trump is in the building for game 4, you guys are going to need the Pope there too. I'm not lying to you all. I knew when they said that Trump will be there for game 3, I said they're losing game 3. I've been paying attention. Wherever Trump has been going with sporting events and the team that he's rooting for, they've been losing.
Also, Lee said, have a baby by me, be a millionaire.
Ah, come on.
Aged well.
Ah, fifth.
Also, shout out to Black Venus. But no, that's true. Look, 50 Cent, bro, you are a simp, though.
Oh.
I got to say this non-biasedly.
Yeah.
Anytime you have a child or marry someone that do things like that and you don't know all the way about it, because he didn't know about all the stuff DAPHNE was doing, even though they haven't been together for like 12 years, but you still had a baby with her. So, no.
Is she a millionaire now?
50 Cent is a simp. Oh, yeah, her OnlyFans are going up.
Okay, let me.
And he offered her, he got his heart broken a 5th time.
Yeah.
He asked for her to come on the documentary, allegedly, about Diddy. She didn't.
Yeah,
she's running the money on her OnlyFans. And then when the tape come out, she said, I was just in love with Diddy.
Yeah.
I was obsessed and blinded by love.
By the Tootsie Roll.
And when I saw that small Tootsie Roll, I just thought, oh my God.
Don't stop. Get it.
I just couldn't wait to suck on it. And she was doing all that. So, I mean, it's been a bad months for 50.
Let's slow this down.
I gotta say, it's been bad.
It's funny. I was going to use my chapstick, but we're talking about his Tootsie Roll, so I didn't touch it. But I will say this. You know what's interesting about it? Because I think there was some sort of... Did y'all see when 50 Cent had on that blue suit? And then he was like calling like, yeah, she knows what she's doing. She's being a whore and all this stuff. You know, the other side of the problem is how 50 Cent had been publicly handling it. If 50 Cent was a little bit more relaxed and cool, but he's going to have cultural karma because he's made fun of other men that have found themselves in a similar situation, not exactly like him and Diddy and DAPHNE, but they have found themselves where they found, like, you know, like the Tia Tales when he was doing that to Rick Ross, right? Remember he was doing that with Rick Ross, had the camera and everything and all this other stuff.
But also people are bringing up it's karma for him. Dark Horse said for what he did to Khalees, because 50 Cent was cooking Khalees, and look, whether
Well,
you
just
like
to say-
Khalees or not, she's still a dope baby mother to have. You know, she had a good career and all
50's ass should have went to Africa too. That's his problem.
that. You know,
That's what some of you industry niggas, y'all hate Africa a little too much. Because, I mean, you know, hey, some of y'all, when it's time to
they
get
gonna
out
go.
the controversy.
No, let them not go to Africa. They're gonna be bringing Daphne's to Africa. Come on. They're
Well,
gonna be having them clapping their ass cheeks too.
Well, you know, let's be real. Their raccoon butts will go to South Africa. Shouts out to our South Africans. But,
We got a lot
you
of
know,
South Africans. that
y'all
listen,
know
so
some
shout
of
out
them
to
that
y'all.
want to go to Africa and look for white women. They go to South Africa. But I'll say this.
South Africa, no joke though. They rob people in certain parts of South Africa.
We got South Africans in the chat. But listen, the thing is also how 50 Cent has been handling it. It clearly has been irritating him, right?
Because
And
he had a baby by her.
you had a baby by her.
He begged her to be on the fucking documentary against Diddy.
And she's having charm over the streaming boys.
Well, that's easy.
All right? Well, hold on.
No,
it's not
it's-
about whether it's easy or not. It's effective.
No, it's effective. I know, but
Because,
the streaming bros are simps too. So
well, so was allegedly 50.
like the stream.
But do you get what I'm saying? Like,
wait.
where's the bar being set here?
They're simps like their father.
All right?
The whole point is though they know the streaming bros are at war.
Because they're on her OnlyFans.
No, this is important, Prince. The streaming bros are at war with Jay-Z.
Yeah.
Right now is not the time to be sipping over Daphne.
They already are, though.
When y'all know if Jay-Z pulls through in this fight, there's gonna be an embargo on all you streaming niggas, right? So that shows you how much of a simp they are too. You at war with Jay-Z and you biting on the ankles of one of the generals that's in this anti-Rock Nation war.
Well, I don't know. I'm going to say this. I think they just doing what they normally do. I think 50 Cent and I think Daphne, their dynamic with each other has really made it worse for 50. Because publicly, 50 in the culture, the only L 50 Cent has ever taken, I've said this before, is around women that are close to him. You know? So I think there was one point in time where the mother of his child, I think Marquise, she came out and she was like, 50 really got shot 5 times and all this other stuff. And then I think they put a gag order over
But
her.
don't skip past that.
But
Don't bypass that.
I'm bypassing it. Now,
You know these streamers are at war with Jay-Z and they are simping so much that they have enough time
I
to
said,
pause.
come on, you throw titties in their face. Move on. You know what time it is. You know how the guys are. The hip-hop is one giant simp.
There we go.
Hip-hop, rap music is full of simps. I don't listen to them, never did, never have, and never will when it came to women. They all simps.
Also, 75 said hi from South Africa. I've been listening to you guys for over 10 years. And thank you. We appreciate that. He also talked about the parasocial energy in the culture right now and said, I love you guys. We love you too.
Thank you so much. Shouts out to you. But yeah, here's the thing though.
You could tell 50 was in love with her.
And she was younger than him.
And he said,
I think she was born in 1989.
he said you could come on the documentary. I never heard him say who her name is, Shaniqua.
Hell no.
He never said Shaniqua. You
He
could
put a gag order on her mouth. You just shut the fuck up.
You know what's crazy?
You shut the fuck up.
He put a gag order on her, but not on Daphne.
You know why.
Daphne about to talk.
Yeah.
She about to
What is she?
fucking talk.
Is she a Filipino? She's Filipino Mexican. What is she?
I don't know what she is.
Well, they had her on the stream. DJ Academics had an interview with her. DJ Academics clearly was under her spell because once she threw her hair back, once she threw her hair back, DJ Academics kind of started stuttering a little bit, and he said, "You know, guys, y'all know I'm against like tricking off and simping." I said, "Stop." Stop it.
That's all Jay-Z got to do. If
Stop.
If Jay-Z wanted to take the streamers out, since they don't have no discipline in this hip-hop civil war, all he got to do is send some Daphnes.
He can send Daphne. He can send Solange.
Solange ain't going over it. No.
All right.
No,
It's easy to man down most niggas in rap music.
But no, that's what you're saying for an interview.
Yeah, hell yeah, man, please.
So I was saying, Solange, I just gotta say you were a very stand-up woman, but my focus has really been on Jay-Z. I just gonna say you have a beautiful voice, by the way.
Yeah, shit. Why y'all think most gangsters, and I'm talking about real gangsters in the street, why you think they send beautiful women in on y'all simp asses? Yeah, but you ain't got a gun butt nobody. We ain't got an AK-47. We ain't got a Draco. We ain't got a stick talk nothing. Send in Teresa.
It happened to Kevin Samuels. All that shit about black women, symmetrically ugly and all that. He was on Instagram, got on Nicki Minaj's Instagram feed.
Oh, yeah. He folded like a church chair.
Hi.
Hey, I just, how are you doing this?
Good. So you do ratings. What will you give me?
Well, you're like I would say a 9.5, a very strong 9.5.
Oh, 9.5. Okay. Get off my Instagram now.
Nikki, did you saw when Nikki got the rating? She says, "Like I thought."
Like I thought, bitch.
Like I thought, right? So when it comes to the rap music, it's easy to man down any of these niggas. The only ones you ain't gonna be able to man down one are the gay ones.
The gay ones sometimes be fangirling over certain women too. If
Well,
they like their style.
If they like their style, but if they ain't little hateful niggas. Because, you know, y'all got some street hateful gay niggas too.
Oh, you mean the closeted ones?
Yeah, the closeted ones.
Oh, yeah.
You know, so that's another problem. But, yeah, Daphne is making her rounds right now. They said that she has, you know, she's making millions of dollars from the OnlyFans. 50 Cent did address it. He said she got what she wanted. The reason why let me tell you something why Daphne was being calculated.
She didn't want 50 Cent.
She didn't want to go in the documentary because she like, well, I can't be a victim and on OnlyFans now. And there's more money in OnlyFans than the victim shit.
She didn't go on a documentary because she's still loyal to Diddy. Diddy come back outside tomorrow and say, suck my Tootsie Roll, she'll do it.
There's more money in there. There's more money.
So, and Diddy lost money. And she's still crying over Diddy. Man, I'm sorry, 50. This is the biggest L in your entire fucking career, bro.
Reverse. One step this time. So, so the Daphne situation has become an issue because now she's becoming more of a personality. Because I didn't know who that was that kept twerking up and down my timeline. And then they were like, that's Daphne Joy. I said, oh, she's really getting some attention now. So 50 Cent, he looked uncomfortable. He looked irritated. Looked a little bloated. All right. And so we'll see how he'll circumvent this. But we know that was a hit. And remember now, the Tootsie Roll tape from Diddy dropped the same night Jay-Z was doing his NDRE, I Love My Hair, I Am Not My Hair freestyle.
Yeah, because I'm going to be honest.
It dropped the same night, ladies and gentlemen.
I still want to hear what music Jay-Z got to come out with, but he could drop as many freestyles that he wants. It's not going to be as effective as the Daphne and that type of stuff.
No. Well, I think it may go back to what you and I heard, though, about Jay-Z and Diddy. Because Sid and I said it's ironic in the light that that Jay-Z did his freestyle and he tapping every target, including Nicki's children. And then the same night, the Diddy tape dropped.
AI, for 50 Cent play, I don't want to know. I don't want to know. If you're playing me, keep it on the low. 'Cause my heart can't take it anymore. I mean, like, come on, bro. Embarrassing.
All right. Also, so y'all know Trump has officially cursed the Knicks. I don't know how's that going to work. If it happens again, I'm sorry, Knicks. You know, you guys better try to win something here. This is a 27-year cycle. You might want to win this one. All right. But it is what it is. You know, we'll see if Stephen A. Smith, though, is going to take advantage of this moment because Trump basically threw him a lob. And let's see if Stephen A. Smith is going to cook Trump like he cooked Jasmine Crockett's wig.
Right. Wait,
that's what I want to see.
One other thing, too, I would say until the Daphne thing, the streamers were actually doing a good job. They was trying to joke about Jay-Z's age. Yeah, and they was focused, but like you said,
titties.
All you need titties
and ass,
and now they're distracted, and you're beating and chomping down on one of your major generals in the anti-Jay-Z fight. Ridiculous. Fucking ridiculous.
I've never
Who cares about Daphne? You could fucking pay to have sex with her allegedly. So why are you like come on? Like,
I've never seen I've never seen in my life a loud talking, ignorant, wild ass man talking all that stuff about man and woman, and I've never seen nobody not slide a smooth face in front of him and not see him take the knee like Colin Kaepernick.
There you go.
All right, it's a bunch of suckers in rap music. That's why I don't listen to them. I'll review your music, nigga, but fuck you. All right. But anyway, let's get to the next situation. Future.
Yes.
Is trending once again. And you know what? When this came up, and I forgot, Sam,
keys.
you and I, we touched on this around the time of 444. We actually said back in the day, we said Future was getting dissed by Jay-Z because Future was saying Jay-Z wasn't big in 96. And Jay-Z was being petty on 444. Can't see another man throwing football in the future with my son.
Oh, yeah.
Jay-Z was being petty.
What he was saying, it was just factual back in the day. First of all, this is an
old-ass conversation.
Old conversation from Future. But this is something that's been talked about in hip-hop all the time. When Reasonable Doubt came out, it's a great album.
Yes, fantastic, classic.
Jay-Z was being drowned out by more famous faces at the time.
He was being drowned out by, it was written by Nas.
Biggie, Tupac, Nas. Fugees.
Outkast, ATLians.
He was being outpaced by a lot of people. So
I'm trying to figure out what's the argument. Like, what's the debate about what Future said when it came to 1996? And it is true, when Biggie and Tupac did die, they were killed, right? Mm-hmm. It did put attention elsewhere. Like I don't know what people are so mad about this about. Like
you killed two big stars. It's like it's my time.
It's like
it's my time.
Yeah,
and then he came with his recipes with the volumes, and he was able to get cooking.
And just to be clear,
2001 was his year though.
Yeah, 99 to 01 were the years he was really. 2001 though was really Jay-Z's year.
Yeah,
like,
because DMX had 99.
Yeah.
He was still cooking in 99 and 98.
But he was making strides with them bad soundtrack songs to Blue Streak. Still a classic movie. You know, Blue Streak is one of my favorite movies, throwback movies. But yeah, Diamonds Are a Girl's Best Friend. Okay, but here's the thing about it. So I seen a lot of Hovengers online, all right? And they were getting angry. You know, they was
the hustle.
I was like, "What are y'all angry about? It's the truth." Like,
it's the truth. It was bigger.
Jay-Z
stars.
Jay-Z said it on one of his records. He says the first one was a classic, but y'all dumbed out. So he was basically saying he had to change it up. That's where he experimented with the volume 1, 2, and 3 of how to work the Billboard charts.
Although one could say that Jay-Z was full of shit, though.
What do you mean? Tell to me.
He said he had to dumb it down because people didn't understand the message, but they were conscious people outselling him too at that time when he dropped Reasonable Doubt. So then what you got to say about them?
The Score had all type of messages.
Yeah.
The Score was like, I mean.
There were a lot of albums that had a preachy message or a political message, and they outsold Reasonable Doubt. So
it was written, had Black Girl Lost on it.
Well, it was written, it was a mix because he was doing the pasta.
But he had Black Girl Lost on it.
Spaghetti-o type of things on it was written too.
Reasonable Doubt didn't have a Black Girl's Lost. Remember what was the skit? He said, "Oh, what was the thing at the end? He was talking about pimping. He said, I shoot her in the leg and shoot her in the foot and tell her, bitch, hop on your good foot."
Jay-Z was being salty. Because when you really think back at it, at first people was buying it up. I was like, oh, okay, yeah, you saw the money, then you haven't been rhyming common sense, blah, 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 all right. But then when you really go look back at it.
Album.
When Reasonable Doubt dropped,
right,
and you go look back at it, you're like, wait a minute. There were conscious albums that did better than Reasonable Doubt as well.
You're right about that.
What are people crying about?
Well, he wasn't ever rhyming like Common Sense. Because Common Sense, when Common Sense was Common Sense, he came out of Chicago as Chi-Town Nas. And he had, Watermelon, all of that shit. Jay-Z, Reasonable Doubt was a classy dope dealer album. That's it. It was a very classy dope dealer album. It was about embezzlement, some pimping on there. It was about money laundering. It was about
Reasonable Doubt, no. Reasonable Doubt is a hip hop album about black education. Like, fuck out of here. I mean, Reasonable Doubt is a hustler fucking album. It's a classic album in hip hop.
It's a crime album.
But it's a crime album.
It's a crime album. It's like
Da-dee-da-da-da. All
she
that
can't
shit.
knock to her. Yeah. That's still one of my favorite songs. But when he
It's a great song with him and Mary J. Blige.
Ooh, yeah, that nigga was getting. Yeah, that nigga was getting. There was Mobb Deep, Hell on Earth, UGK, Riding Dirty, Machiavelli, The 7 Day Theory, Against All Odds, Iron Man with Ghostface Killer, Raekwon. I think that who else is on it? Was that Capadonna? That was Capadonna. Yeah, let's see. Let's go into it. There you go. Hey, Sin, one of your favorite albums, De La Soul, The Stakes is High.
The Stakes is High is a fucking classic album and it's conscious. In fact, a lot of stuff said on The Stake is High from De La Soul is happening right now in the fucking industry. Even before we get Hip Hop is Dead from Nas.
Stake is High.
What the fuck Jay-Z was talking about back then? Yeah. You know, people didn't want conscious rap.
No, it wasn't conscious.
I didn't sell.
Nigga,
so
that was an organized crime album.
Bro.
Nigga, that was an organized crime album.
There were conscious albums that sold more than Jay-Z's, like you said, Crime Mob fucking album.
Yeah, bro,
which is, again, classic album, great album, but don't sit up here and act like
I've been rhyming like Common Sense.
you did Big Pimpin' because Conscious wasn't selling at that time. It was.
No, a lot of shit was selling. They had, let's see who else they had it there. Dr. Octagon. I like that one. That's a classic album too. I love that album. Let me see. Okay, The Fugees, The Score. It was written in 1996. Classic album. Iron Man. Okay, there's Jay-Z. Against All Odds. Oh, our boy Redman. Muddy Waters. Yeah. Nah. Okay, Ja Rule the Damager.
And that's a stack year, by the way.
That is a stack year. Razzcast, Soul on Ice, A Tribe Called Quest. Let me see. What was this? Beats, Rhymes, and Life. Yo, it was a stack year. All right, Mobb Deep, Hell on Earth, Helter Skelter.
And the thing about it is
Busta Rhymes The Coming. Go ahead.
That's a classic album too.
I'm not even done here. Keith Murray, The Enigma. Bro.
Yeah. So my thing about Jay-Z.
Yeah.
Sometimes Jay-Z and his crew be a crybabies, bro.
Yeah.
It's like, just say you did a great piece of work, but other people was more recognized who also did great bodies of work at that time. Had nothing to do about who conscious and who not. It's a very diverse group of people.
Poor Righteous Teachers.
Who put out albums that were effective for that time.
New World Order.
And still... classic bodies of work to this day.
Yeah, because the way Jay-Z rhymed like that sometimes, he act like he wise intelligence, and then he came back with the blueprint.
Right. He act like he was doing Poor Righteous Teachers music, and it flopped. And then, I got to get on my Big Pippin shit. Boom, 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 boom.
Let me see who else with the guy. Yeah. MOP. I got Firing Squad, The Lost Boys. Let's go down here. Exhibit. Let's see. Look, I know some people from the older Gen X era.
Netta said 96 was the best year
of
her life. It's a great year.
I think 96, because some people was arguing 88, but I think 96 still to this day, I always look back at it. I'm like, man, that's crazy. When you look at what was released, I think that was the best year in hip hop.
It was.
The best year for album releases.
Look.
Hall of Game by E40. Man, come on. Ghetto Boys, The Resurrection. I mean, look at this list. West Side Connection.
It was very diverse.
Jay-Z act like the audience didn't have
But you know what?
Options.
Why you complaining? It was stiff competition, though.
It was. Even Master P, the Ice Cream Man. Go ahead. I'm saying for the South, son. So.
Okay.
Don't try to play me now. I'm going to send you up there with Trump. Now. Oh, here's your favorite. Eminem when he was rhyming like AZ. The Infinite. He was influenced by Jerseyans. All right.
So, yeah, Infinite is Eminem's New Jersey album.
Right.
But
go ahead though.
They gonna get mad and say, "Say what you got to say about Master P."
Yeah.
Nothing.
Lil Kim, hardcore. No, you're right. It was a
great year for hip hop.
Too Short getting it. It was a very competitive year.
Sometimes I think the people who come from our culture who have become icons and legends, some of them, it feel like they don't want competition anymore. Yeah. Like they just want an easy road to win everything. Like, bro, I don't like hip hop when it's not a lot of diverse acts. It becomes
Right.
very boring.
Yeah, it does.
I want the diversity. Even when people like, yo, get rid of MC Hammer. For what?
For what?
For what?
What'd he do?
I like to see diverse acts in hip hop. It's that
Yeah.
simple. I don't want someone having an easy road so they can pontificate about themselves all day.
Well, it's boring.
It is.
It's boring, and honestly, you didn't get that high level of diversity. I would say until we get to the blog era.
Blog era
Yeah.
had a really diverse acts from Wale, J. Cole, Kendrick, Wiz Khalifa, Drake, Big Sean. You had a Blue. You had a lot of people. Yeah, a lot of people.
Yeah. You had Kids in the Hall, Knowledge and
Chance-
Double O, Chance the Rapper. Yeah, great point. Yeah, I think but that's the thing I don't understand. And Future made sense, and I just don't understand why people keep trying to argue Jay-Z's placement in 1996 versus the very stiff and stacked year that it was.
Yeah, the thing that I think Jay-Z and Rock Nation people got to stop crying about, and like it's a big ass wound. I will look at it like with confidence, like my body of work also stands the test of time. It came out. It's literally a part of a beautiful alumni.
Yes, it is.
My
96.
album is a part of history of a beautiful alumni where even if people wasn't checking for it in 96, they hear it now and they hear that music-wise, it's on the same level as some of the great work that was recognized in the year of 1996. That's how I would look at it. Like there's literally nothing to complain about.
No, and the other side of it, and here's the thing that I really don't get. I would rather my debut album be like what Reasonable Doubt is, that people go back and they're like, wow, this is a gem, this is a classic album, than be in Snoop's position when he came back with his second album, which was a critical disappointment, which was The Dogfather, because he came off of this high of Doggy Style, and then people was expecting that same energy on The Dogfather, and a lot of people, they repudiated the album. A lot of hip-hop critics lambasted the album. So I don't know what that's about, and I can only think that it's either hardcore Jay-Z stans and some millennial Hovengers that have a misreading of hip-hop. But realistically, if you look at that year, and to your point, I think another reason why there's a problem here, because there isn't that behemoth wave of A to B list diversity today. So you don't understand for 96, and Sid and I didn't live through that. Like that wasn't our era, but people that know, they know. Like even my own family, older sister, she remembers. She talked to me before. She said she remembered when Jay-Z came out in 96. She said he wasn't a big deal, and she said like we didn't really know who he was. We seen him here and there, but they didn't know him like that. They didn't know him like Redman. They didn't know him like Tupac, or they didn't know him like the Fugees.
Yeah,
so I don't understand that.
Everybody knows that Jay-Z is an early starter but late
bloomer.
bloomer.
He's a late bloomer.
And hip hop, and that's fine. Actually, the story of Jay-Z could be like, oh man, I could be like
Colonel
30
Sanders.
or 31 and get hot then versus a Nas who was on fire at 18. Or
Right.
some people who they was able to start their career pretty early of being recognized for their music. So, I mean, like, it is what it is.
Yeah, and the other side of it, too, and I'm glad you brought that up, I think Jay-Z has probably the greatest late bloomer story or story arc in hip-hop history. Because, like, you're in an era where you kind of been seen as hot, specifically to the millennial class, like peak hot. That's why a lot of Gen Xers do shit on Jay-Z, because they remember Jay-Z from the other era.
Well, and also,
right?
To add to this, Future wasn't starting anything.
No, he was just talking.
This is a old ass clip.
Yeah.
For people who don't know, this is years ago. Future said this because he was asked. They asked him a hip hop.
This
question.
is before he even did the keys with Jay-Z.
The hip hop question he answered correctly. He said that Reasonable Doubt is a great album. He loves the album. He simply said that Jay-Z was not popular at that time like other acts. That's factual. There were
Nigga.
other people who the culture was hypnotized by at that time. That's why when Jay-Z, he had that really fun rhyme when he talked about he may not be animated like Busta Rhymes.
Yeah.
He didn't get shot up a whole bunch of times.
But the
he,
realest shit when you bust down my lines.
Jay-Z's superpower is when he focused on his uniqueness. You wasn't hot like the other dudes in 96. You understand what other people's it factors are. But like when he was on the shot with LeBron James where he said, I couldn't make people cry and do all that stuff like DMX was doing. You know, he'd be like, damn, the crowd be laughing with DMX, then they crying with DMX. So he has to go about it another way. People like that better from Jay-Z. They don't like when Jay-Z be insecure and making up excuses like, it's because people didn't like Nothing Conscious.
Well, I'm definitely, and I agree with you because I'm gonna break it down too because I like people like we don't discuss hip hop in its totality all the time. We highlight people that are specific to us. So let me give you an example. Like somebody in the chat, they would say, well, Jay-Z got dissed by Tupac because Biggie on Brooklyn's Finest was talking shit back to Tupac. If Faye had two twins, she probably had two Pacs. And Tupac's mindset is fuck you and that nigga you rhyming with.
And Tupac goes into the crates. He don't give a fuck if you weren't popular back then. If you was sitting next to someone talking about him or he heard a rumor that Tupac was wild. He'll name anybody. Tupac would name podcasts. If you take the same history and make it in modern times with modern technology, Tupac would have been dissing fucking podcasters even if they got 2 fucking views.
Tupac dissed Chino XL at the end of Hit 'Em Up.
All right, come on now. Let's not play these games.
All right, Tupac, if he had to go on a wild spree, that nigga would diss AZ, Chike, Jid. Like stop it. Like people even bring that up. Like he got dissed by Tupac. Like Tupac was really focusing on him. He dissed him because the nigga he was rhyming with, Biggie, said on Brooklyn's Finest, if Faye had 2 twins, she probably had 2 Pacs. Jay-Z is the Nick Saban of rap. Shouts out of hip hop. Shouts out to we appreciate you. All right. So we're not gonna be curving on Angelina Jolie wanted bullets
Tupac would
to make shit up.
A fucking a butler. If they said something to him disrespectfully, he'll talk about a regular fucking cop. He'll talk about politicians. He will talk about anybody.
Yeah, so I think that one, and remember now, you guys can go check it out. There was a situation where they said they had Biggie to redo his rhyme because apparently he kind of went harder on Tupac, but Jay-Z at the time on his debut album, he was trying to stay away from the drama. Then later in documentaries, he said that I looked at Biggie like, yo, what you gonna do? Because I'm about to diss him. When other people said that Jay-Z wasn't looking to be involved in that, because y'all got to keep in mind, up until then, gangster shit wasn't really brought into battles until the whole West Coast shit all the way up to Death Row era West Coast.
Also,
so that scared a lot of rappers too. Go ahead.
Some people are losing the plot. We're talking about 1996. 1999, we already know Jay-Z was famous in 1999.
See how they skipping?
Skipping years.
Y'all skipping years. The question was, the statement was Future talking about Reasonable Doubt?
Not 99.
Reasonable Doubt did not drop in 1999.
It dropped in 96.
Oh, y'all, what y'all doing here? We got some whole Vengers in the chat.
Yes, we do.
Y'all got to deal with reality. Nobody's downing anyone, but it's the truth. Tell the truth.
Tell the truth.
Yeah, that's like y'all talking about, Tupac was alive in 97. Nigga, come on. That's how y'all sounding to me.
Tupac was alive in 2000.
Yeah, stop it.
We're not talking about Tupac being alive in 2000.
If Biggie Smalls wasn't taking shots at Tupac on Jay-Z's debut album, Tupac would have never dissed Jay-Z. It's that simple. Because nothing in Jay-Z's body of work was saying he was making a statement towards a then living Wild Pac who was spitting on cameras. All right, let's be real about that.
I get what you're trying to do, Ebony. There is no
Ebony
wrong in this.
is wrong. He is
I'm
wrong.
sorry, but
he or she is. They've been wrong.
Ebony, this is why you're being delusional here.
Come on now.
The context is, were there people bigger than Jay-Z in 96? Factually, yes.
Yes.
It don't matter if you listened and loved the album. We're talking about who was the most famous in 96.
Matter of fact,
that's the conversation.
If you said
Jay-Z himself cried about not being seen in 96, even though he put out a great album. There is no wrong in that.
If you're saying that no one was bigger than Jay-Z in 1996, hip-hop was a flop. Come on now, stop it. If Biggie Smalls never dissed Tupac on Brooklyn's Finest, Tupac never says nothing about Jay-Z because that's the visibility Jay-Z had at the time.
That's why when Jay-Z became recognized by 99, he went on his little revenge tour.
He went on his tour. Like, what we talking about?
He was shading everybody.
Let me go to some of the people. Bruce says,
Bigger
but
how?
Prince.
Okay, we have to skip over Ebony.
Yeah, he says, but P Solo. What about 98? That's what they doing. Let's look this up. How many albums did Reasonable Doubt sell in 1996? All right? Because that's Jay-Z's a numbers guy. Sell in 1996. Let's go here. All right? Okay, so Reasonable Doubt at the end of the year of 1996 sold 420,000 units. So let's go. Let's see about some of the other people. We know Biggie Smalls did. I think he went platinum or double platinum. Let's see.
You don't even have to check Biggie or Tupac's numbers, yeah.
No, we just want to say
their stuff and not in the score and all that.
Let's say. Okay, yeah. So 5 million by Tupac. No, and then 4 million. So totally, Tupac sold about close to 10 million, dead or alive and dead. No, because I think we gotta run these numbers down.
In the chat, they start in trouble. Chicago Bull 26 said Jay was Baby Keem in 96.
Oh. and then
Kid at Heart said Jay-Z the first Drake. So they all sniping in the chat.
Yeah, because I'm gonna bring up numbers if you keep refuting the fact. All right, I'm gonna bring up numbers.
Okay, Ebony brought up a good point though. Ebony said most of us was doing bootleg, but a lot of people still
was able bootleg. It wasn't hard enough. Them niggas still went millions.
Well, so the Fugees go diamond?
Yeah, I think how much? Okay, the Fugees sell. Let's go with the Fugees. Cause y'all over there misunderstanding Future because he Geechee. That's what y'all niggas do. Y'all being
they trying to put Future neck in a noose.
Oh, Jesus Christ. In 1996, they sold over 13 million copies. No, God damn. No wonder why Tupac dissed them.
Diamond. It's the Rock.
And then Lauryn Hill jumps from that, and then she goes diamond. So the Fugees.
The Score is a classic hip hop album too.
Conscious album.
Now
a conscious album. A conscious album when niggas were rhyming like common sense.
They were rhyming like common sense. They ain't getting that bread.
God damn.
But I would say though, with Jay-Z, Cole Knox said Jay was never Drake. They all getting mad. Where's the sound that the jig is on?
Golly, 13 million.
Now let everybody get turned up.
Man. Yeah, you know what's crazy? Because I knew that the Fugees sold 13 million units, but I didn't know that was all in 1 year.
Yeah.
And they were rhyming like common sense.
Yeah.
And they ain't been rhyming since.
All Jay-Z got to do, again, be happy that your body of work
stands over there.
It stands the test of time with the rest of the albums that came out in 96.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I keep seeing this conversation come up like there's an agenda here. You mean the discussion of rap music and hip hop? Like, what's the agenda? Like, where's the lie? It's not a big deal. Like Nas, Now let's see how
wait,
much.
Wait, Prince, before you go on,
Don't go past that.
don't skip past
All
this.
right, let's go ahead, Sin.
Cole Knox is thinking that people are saying Reasonable Doubt is not a 10 album.
Come
That
on
is
now.
not. I repeat.
Code Knox, brother. Please let's
Brother,
not move that around.
Let's not move the goalposts.
We moving goalposts now.
The
I'm gonna
album.
call y'all niggas Pele.
The album does compete in quality with the albums that dropped in 96. We talking about, was Jay-Z that guy in 96? And the answer is no. That is simply what
It's just
Future said.
He wasn't.
Future himself said Reasonable Doubt is a classic album.
That's like y'all saying, if I give you a year of, if I give you a year of 2024 of album sales, and somebody's making an argument, no, in 2024 it was Big Sean was the guy, not Kendrick. Like, what are we doing here?
Yeah, God,
And also in 1994, here's the thing. That's why I understand where all this sensitive shit comes from. In 1994, one of the greatest hip hop albums of all time, Nas, Illmatic, sold 60,000 units in its first week and 140,000 copies by the end of 94.
You know now Jay-Z gonna bring this up.
So Jay-Z sold more than Illmatic in 96. Like, what is the issue here? Jay-Z, like, what's the problem here? Like, and even when, before Jay ran into all of this trouble, right, this year, I've noticed when it came to Hovengers, this has always been a sore spot for them.
It's a sore spot along with Ether. But I will say this. This is by Jay-Z standards. Prince and I don't care about fucking numbers.
I never cared.
We don't give a fuck.
Now, when you do something crazy.
But Jay-Z cares because he said he hasn't been rhyming with common sense after he saw them dollar signs. So he cares. We have another super chat.
Oh, shouts out to OG lady in the building, Faye LaRue. What's up? She says Jay-Z was not. I got to put an emphasis on that. She says Jay-Z was not big like that in 96. And I was a grown. She said I was grown then, so I lived the era. Bootlegging wasn't popping. Oh, I was going to say something about that, Lay LaRue. Bootlegging really got turned up in 97 to 99. That's where Nas' career takes a dip because he was such an anticipated artist that the Nostradamus and the I Am shit got bootleg and it messed Nas up. But, shouts out to you. We appreciate you so much. She said bootlegging wasn't popping like that because niggas didn't have CD burners.
Chicago is Bull 26 is OVO.
Shouts out to you. We appreciate you.
He said Jay was Jim Jones in 96.
Wow.
Yo, I got 99 problems, but the Bulls ain't one. Oh shit, Chicago Bull. We gonna take calls for this one.
We gotta take calls. Y'all angry. Y'all turned up. And I'm gonna say this real quick. I'm glad. Shouts out to Lady LaRue because that did slip my mind. Niggas did not have CD burners like that, like they did in 99 and 01 and 03. So stop it.
Y'all sniping at each other in the chat too.
All right, niggas. Anybody that knows, like when you was a little kid in 2000 and 99, you saw niggas coming to the barbershops with the blank CDs.
They say Jim Z.
Jim Z. Wow.
No, Chicago, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. He said I'm definitely not OVO. I'm just cooking on Jay-Z's fro. Yeah. Let's see what Jay-Z has to say real quick before we open up the lines.
Hold on, go ahead.
Sorry, guys, we can't go to what Jay-Z has to say because Prince was not prepared.
I have to switch it out.
You don't have to switch out anything. You can't.
We'll talk later. I'll have him up by the end of the show, okay?
You don't want them to see how we resolve issues with each other?
No, this is not a reality show. Property is not our relationship.
But still,
the relationship is not the property. The property is thought crimes.
Still, you should have still kept it in there. Like, you know, I recycle things.
We'll talk later, Sin.
All right, let's get to the phone calls. Let's go.
All right. So anyway, yeah, but no, shouts out to Lady LaRue. We appreciate you. That was a great point, and I do want to keep that in mind because you got to think about the accessibility to the technology, right? You didn't have a bunch of guys in neighborhoods that was running around with CD burners. You know, that becomes like prominent like later on in 90, 97, 98,
we got a
99.
phone call right now.
All right. So I see people hiding, ducking, and dodging on that one, but you can't fool me. All right.
Individual life experiences, Ebony, does not matter when it comes about collective.
Come on now, Ebony's Rock Nation. Let's stop it. Let's just stop.
No, I'm just
it don't
saying.
matter what you say to Ebony. Ebony is Rock Nation. You gonna have to call in, Ebony.
I could say, you know, I liked somebody before they became popping. I mean, but you know, it doesn't change the fact.
I was listening to Kenny Mason for about 2 or 3 years before like everybody else jumped on.
Yeah, so I mean, like,
it is what it is.
If someone said 4 years ago, was Kenny Mason known in that way, people would say no, but he is now.
That's what I'm trying to understand.
I mean,
y'all call in. I want to know why are people so upset. I'm gonna call 773 back.
It's because Jay-Z's warlock fro now.
Let's see what's going on. Why is this? Why is history getting under people's skin?
All right, let's go with the number we missed first.
All right.
This is a 773.
Yeah, I'm calling them right now. Yeah, because I want to know what's up with this. All right, I'm gonna go to the next caller. You call back 773. 678. You're now live. Name and where you calling from.
Oh, what's up? This is Chris. I'm from Atlanta.
Oh, Chris from Atlanta.
Chris.
What's up, Chris?
What up, Chris? You on the east side of Atlanta, I remember, right?
Yeah.
Talk to me, Chris. What is going on? Why does everybody keep getting upset about this Jay-Z historical fact?
Because it's like, the thing about Jay-Z is he did start off like kind of slow. Because I remember like when I was a kid, when Reasonable Doubt came out, it was a hard album, but it was a lot of hot shit. Like in the mid 90s, it was just like back to back to back to back to back to back. Like people couldn't even listen to everything. Because what was it, the mid 90s, you had all the niggas in Wu-Tang come out with their shit. That's like 30 albums. Nas dropped like 2 or 3. Jay-Z he was dropping an album every year. Then, you know, later on in the decade, DMX, Ja Rule, you had Tupac dropping like hella albums. Biggie dropped 2. I mean, everybody was dropping, the Fugees, and everybody's shit was fire for the most part. Like De La Soul, I think Rakim came out with another solo album.
Rakim came out with the 18th letter. The 18th letter, and then he had another one called The Master.
Yeah, and it's just like AZ came out with his shit. AZ just dropped album recently. I gotta listen to it. But yeah, it was a lot of dope shit coming out. So, and it's kind of like Nas, because like I remember my cousin was telling me, he was like, everybody was listening to Nas shit, but it wasn't like feeling. But it's like people was bumping it. They knew what it was, but it wasn't like no shit where it was just gonna sell millions of albums because of the way it is. But it was like, oh, this nigga Nas is nasty, right? And you know, that's why with Jay-Z shit, it really wasn't that big, but it was just so crowded. It's like, you know, you got 110, you know, you got a baddie in the room, and then you go in the room and there's a whole bunch of baddies and y'all all around the same level of badness. You're gonna kind of get lost. It's one of them things. It's not like Jay-Z shit was ass. But it wasn't until really like Hard Knock Life where he really started getting that momentum. That was his big moment. Yeah.
Yeah. The only thing I'm curious about, because I'm trying to figure out what is the problem, because that's like I'll even say with the OVO niggas.
Yeah.
Thank Me Later was not critically received well,
and they know it,
it sold well, but it wasn't. And it's like J. Cole, even the E. Colites know that A Cold World was critically panned. It was a critical disappointment, and both of them.
You know what the difference between them though? Jay-Z, before he had Reasonable Doubt, didn't have anything like a So Far Gone or All Them Fire J. Cole mixtapes or like a Section 80. Niggas remember him, like, this is where the Gen Z shit come in. Niggas remember him on Hawaii Sophie and shit. And then, you know, he's rapping like how Eminem rapping now. Niggas think it's corny. Like Jay-Z was doing that shit when it was cool, and then it was kind of getting corny. And you could tell, even on Reasonable Doubt, he want to rap fast, but he's slowing it down. You know what I'm saying? And that's my thing about Reasonable Doubt. It's the flows. I think if he had a flow like he do today, it would sound better to me. But it's a good album. Don't get it. It's probably like his best. That and The Blueprint. But it's just like he didn't have anything beforehand where niggas was like really excited. Whereas like Drake, yeah, Thank Me Later, but he has So Far Gone. You know what I'm saying? So that's really his first shit. And then, you know, Thank Me Later, it has some good songs on it. Like it got the song with Wayne, and you know, it got some hits on it. But then he came back with Take Care. See, Jay-Z, he did the opposite. He wasn't that hot before Reasonable Doubt. You know, he had some buzz, but wasn't nobody trying to sign him. That's why he had to go independent. Then he came out with Reasonable Doubt. Then, okay, his second album he came out with, it was a dud. And then I think Hard Knock Life was at volume 2 or 3. I get them shits confused. But then Hard Knock Life came out. Then he started hitting his momentum. But then when that happened, DMX and Ja Rule came out. And it's just like Jay-Z, he's been a really good rapper near the top, but it's just always niggas his level or better that's there. And then when Blueprint come out, when he's at his hottest, he got the Ether shit with Nas, and then that took the sell out his thing, and then he came out another album and retired. It's just like Jay-Z is always around. He has little moments where he's the best, but he don't have sustained shit. And I think that's what really kills him, because it's like you can't really deny him, because his numbers is there, the impact is there, you know, the music is there, but it's just like he's never had like a Drake era. He's never had where it's like, you know, Rakim.
On this, don't you start trouble, Chris.
Well,
don't say that to the whole
Chris.
The whole Avengers don't want.
Now. Look. Hey, look, they can get mad at me if they want to. It's facts. I lived it. It's like, look, Tupac was that guy. Like, you know, even when Biggie was out, Biggie had his little moment, and then Tupac came out, he had his moment. DMX had his moment. Shit, Ja Rule, 50 Cent. Everybody has their moments. It's like Jay-Z shit is kind of like LeBron's career. It's like LeBron may have been the best player, but he wasn't winning every year. Because, nigga, he had to play Tim Duncan, fucking Dirk, Jason Kidd and shit. He played real niggas. That's why he was losing. You just don't be you look at the teams LeBron losing. It wasn't like he was losing the scrub ass niggas. See, he had the scrubs, and he was dragging their ass to the finals, losing the Warriors and shit. That's how Jay-Z career been. But that don't mean you can't be like a GOAT level MC or the GOAT. You just gotta deal with facts. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. But you being, you know, a little bitch about it is gonna make people really clown you. They be like, oh, this nigga, he mad. And what Future said is right. If Future an Atlanta nigga, it ain't why he gotta shade Jay-Z. He was like, he was fucking with Jay-Z. He was just keeping it real.
Rich for calling in. We're gonna try to get some of these Avengers in here. You made great points, by the way.
No problem.
All right, shouts out to Chris in the East Side Atlanta.
You heard what Chris said. Drake was running it for 15 years.
All right, now
DMX and Ja Rule, 99.
Yeah,
2000.
Yo, we want to know. Cause I want to know why does people get so upset with just the numbers and what Future's talking about. 214. You got what's so good with you, man? Wait, name and where you calling from.
I'm calling from Dallas, man. My name E, man.
Man, I knew you was calling from Dallas, man. You calling from North Dallas, South Dallas? Where you calling from?
I'm calling from North Dallas, man.
Oh, man, y'all get it busy out there. But go ahead. Let's talk about the Texan, man. Talk about the Jigga Man and its issue.
So I lived in the Midwest in high school, so I think I have a little in the middle of the country. So I don't know why they upset, but it's Jay-Z's fault. Jay-Z came into the game, Reasonable Doubt, Independent. It did all right. Volume 1. Dropped it. It was a dud, like old boy said. But then they dropped Streets Is Watching, and that's what blew him up. It wasn't the Hard Knock Annie song. It was the Streets Is Watching. That's when everyone got it on DVD or video, and then he hit the Annie shit. But what happened was he's the one who started talking about numbers, because that was the only way to keep him relevant. His songs are dope, and he was a culture-shifting dude, but he never had that pure momentum besides Blueprint 2. Blueprint blew up, but Blueprint 2, that's when they pushed the button. That's when they put the crown on his head and it flopped.
Oh yeah.
I don't want to get mad. I don't know why they just get mad because because Drake took his shit and Drake's consistently putting up numbers, whereas Jay-Z, like they said, he was always up there, but he was never like he always has a lot of people going back and buying his old stuff. That's where a lot of his numbers come from. He don't really get the numbers at the time when it comes out, if that makes sense.
I get what you're saying. I'm glad you brought up. It is important. The most pivotal moment in Jay-Z's career is Streets is Watching. They saw him up there on the DVD colors with the bulletproof vest, you know, and it looked like, hey, these guys really in the streets like that. And that's good point. And that's also going into this DMX era too. But go ahead.
Yeah. So in DMX, so I'm gonna tell you, I went to DMX. The reason why Jay-Z can't fuck with DMX is this. That summer when it came out, DMX snatched everything from him. And remember, Jay-Z Volume 2 dropped the same exact day as a CRIMEZ. So it depended on who you were really listening to at that time. I know boys who were listening to CRIMEZ, they weren't even really listening to Jay-Z bounce like that. But everybody was listening to DMX immediately. But the point is, when that concert happened in Jay-Z, you can look at videos of it. I went to that Hard Knock Life tour concert. That was DMX's tour. Jay-Z was the headliner. After DMX performed, no one really cared. They did, but they didn't. And that's what Jay-Z said, hey, man, I got to become a better performer. So he's one of those dudes who just kept picking up a lot of stuff from a lot of people around him. Think about the shift when Kanye came. You know what I'm saying? You can see it on the Dynasty. So I just don't think that he was ever like the top, like all-around rap artist. I think he was the top lyricist. Like, you know, you could put his lyrics up to anyone else, and that's kind of where marketing and Dame Dash did a number on this with Jay-Z. That's really what happened, bro. And people don't want to admit it. The marketing around Jay-Z, these Wall Street brothers, you know, saying clean cut and stuff like that, and, you know, Dame was cakeaholic and all that stuff, it just stuck from there. But I'm going to land, let someone else get on, but I always say Dame Dash pulled the Jedi mind trick on everyone with Jay-Z, and Jay-Z's lyrics and stuff carried him. That's with me. All right.
Thank you.
Thank you, man.
So
All
basically,
right.
caller said they faked it until they made it because the lyricism from Jay-Z was able to sustain the marketing eventually.
Yeah, no, that's a great point. And you know,
why they want to take DMX years from him?
I don't know what is this
Why
about.
some of you hip hop fans want to take DMX crown during '99 to give it to Hov?
Yeah, man, but shouts out to the 214, man. The player was barbecuing on the grill. All right, let's go 904. Let's go. You're now live with the Think Tank. Name and where you calling from.
Yo, you hear me?
Yeah, we can
hear you. Let's go.
All right, cool, man. This is your boy, Florida Boy Jay. I'm calling, you know, Florida Boy Jay, SBJ, Free Band Johnny. You know, it's all good. We just got to talk about this real quick.
Oh, you said, hold on. You said you a free band nigga, so I already know where you going. But let's go, Jay. Let's go.
They trying to cook on Future.
Let's go, FBJ.
They say Future is wrong.
We from the South, man. We got to represent. And the reason that these whole ventures and a lot of these people of, you know, the Gen Z hip hop heads, the reason why they get so mad when Future and certain people say these things is because Future didn't get no Lil Wayne cosign like Drake. He didn't get no Ye cosign like Big Sean. He didn't get the whole cosign like J. Cole. You know, he came out on his own. Like, a lot of people didn't know he was Dungeon Family affiliated unless he was from the South. Like that, you know, his first track, Ain't No Way Around It, he remixed it with Big Boy, but a lot of people didn't know he was Dungeon Family affiliated. And when Future says these things, when somebody from the South, like when Bootsy said it, when Future says it, when Pimp C said, hey man, Hov down here was just another nigga. They can't take that type of energy. They can't take hearing that, hey, Jay-Z wasn't big everywhere. He was just another rapper. And it's cool, it's fine, but we're not going to have this revisionist history. As a guy from the South, I still think Reasonable Doubt is one of the greatest hip-hop albums of all time. Top tier lyricism, beat picking, features, beautiful tape. But we're not going to act like Jay-Z was running the rap game. All you guys have to do is go back and watch the 98 Source Awards, the 99 Source Awards, the 2000 Source Awards. Lauryn Hill won for Best Album. DMX was rocking. Big Thomas was rocking. Nelly, Ludacris. You had, so Eminem was running the sales. Jay-Z, I don't care about M, Pimp Juice, and us. It was M, Pimp Juice, then Hov.
The jig is up.
We love Jay-Z. We understand Jay-Z. But like I said, I was part of generation where Satanism and hip hop doctors dropping on YouTube like shit on flies. We've seen the Aleister Crowley do without will. We've seen all the astrology. We've seen all the signs. We've seen Hov blatantly, Kanye blatantly, all these guys blatantly play in to the devil worshiping, to the corporatized ism in hip hop. Even when we want to talk about the Drake So Far Gone, we have to understand when it was Drake, Big Sean, even Wiz Khalifa at that time, a lot of our blog era rappers, by the time the great reset of the blog era happened, these labels were not letting these blog era rappers experiment on the first album. That's why when you go back and listen to a lot of the blog era's first albums, they sound extremely corporate and extremely whitewashed. And that's why the mixtapes were so important, because the mixtapes were their chance to come back, and I won't say apologize to their fan base, but kind of explain away that, hey, the album you heard the label make me drop wasn't really where my creative thought process was at the time. And that's why we love Drake's Take Care so much. And even when Take Care dropped, people mean that album to death. Take Care was not celebrated the way it's celebrated now. People said Take Care was a depressive, sad album. The cover was mean to death. Only later on in history did we do a course correction and appreciate that album for what it was in real time. So we go ahead.
All right, man, you cooking. Go ahead.
Do you feel that Jay, Diddy, and Dr. Dre baptized the millennial class into Satanism?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Because you got to understand, just like I said, when you go back and watch Lauryn Hill win Best Rap Album for the Miseducation over all the heavy hitting albums, they booed her on stage. When she came out and did her speech, she talked about keeping God in your life, God first, keeping darkness away from you, and they booted her out the game. And then, like you said, you seen Diddy, you seen Dre, you seen Jay-Z, you seen Big Timers, you seen a lot of bling bling ting ting rap usher themselves in, no substance. Even when Nas was trying to drop, they was gonna slap his kufi off. We had the Diplomat saying we gonna smack your kufi off. They wasn't jacking no type of consciousness. You see what I'm saying? So we got, and at the time, like I said, even Outkast was getting ushered out because Andre 3000 didn't want to keep up with the bling bling ting ting rap. So by the time the blog era came, the reason why the blog era for millennials was so important is because that was the great reset. That was when the industry could no longer make a caricature in the studio, A&R him, and push out the message. The message was coming from the people. That's why you've seen such a diverse. You had the Wiz Khalifas, you had the Futures, you had the Currencies, you had the Big Crips, you had some of these artists that can still tour and pack houses today, regardless if the algorithm is even pushing their music anymore, because that was when a real established fan base had to be created and had to be curated and pushed out into the masses. You couldn't tell us who was the next hot rapper. We told you guys, and y'all had to go with it. And like I said, to land my plane on that individual point, that's why, like I said, Drake, he had to get the Lil Wayne cosign. Kendrick Lamar had to get the Dr. Dre cosign. J. Cole had to get the Hov cosign. That's why they had this whole big three propaganda popping up, because the niggas who had to pass the time had to pick their successors. Nobody picked Future as a successor. Dungeon Family in the South, even though they were heralded and legends to us, they didn't have a big enough name nationally to be like, hey, we're picking Future to start. So when Future says something, they look at it as, oh, it's out of turn. Oh, he can't say that. He don't have the credentials to speak on this, knowing damn well Future has the most platinum artists of any, the most platinum records of any artist in this millennium. Of any artist. So when we want to talk about numbers, he is street artist, no, Future is the real big three is Ye, Drake, and Future. And then we can throw Kendrick in every 5 years when he drops. Then we can throw Travis Scott when he got some Nikes in a McDonald's to sell. But when you want to talk about the pulse of culture, music drops, and you go outside and you hear the music, you see the music, you feel the music, you can't deny Future is in that category. So when he says something from the South and speaks on revisionist history being recorrected for the truth, people always got a bad taste in their mouth when they hear the facts about what was happening in real time from people they didn't co-sign as the gatekeepers of this new generation.
I think you. Let me tell you something. I'm gonna give you a round of applause real quick, just to tell you.
He's speaking his truth, guys.
He's speaking his truth.
He's speaking his truth. Y'all gonna have y'all chance too.
All right, y'all calm down. Now, here's the thing about it. This is what I'll say. Where I actually, you and I, we align on this one is that technically you could argue that Future was giving a cultural cosign to Drake. Because remember, the Tony Montana joint, Future wanted to do an Atlanta All-Star remix. He was talking about it. Drake said, hey, man, I need to get on that, right? The other side of it,
Absolutely.
the other side of the game is this is good for people that are locked into their own regions, right? Because it gives you a sense of how the rest of the nation views your champion. And realistically, like, if you want to be honest, I'll tell you what happened. Like, when Blueprint dropped, the first thing I saw the write-ups were they were saying this was better than Reasonable Doubt. That's what I heard, right? Then people were saying, man, this is the best album that Jay-Z had did since Reasonable Doubt, right? So now to your point, even about the Future not having the grand cosign, that is true because when Future really got popping in the streets with the FBG gang, the Free Band gang, and all of them niggas running around, and he had the issue with Rocco and things like that, people weren't really aware that he was even related to Rico Wade. And then when they found out, they were like, "Oh, that's cool," but his music, that's what it was about. Because like
Future is related to a lot of musical geniuses.
Yeah, so you be like, niggas saw him have Dungeon Family, and people like, what, we getting Dungeon Family tattoos now? And they was like, nah, he the second generation because Killer Mike talked about it first at the time. So it is interesting. I do see people get upset about it, and actually out of Atlanta, the two biggest rappers that really were pro Jay-Z was always T.I. and Young Jeezy. Gucci Mane, Rocco, the Shop Boy, any nigga you can, Outkast, they worked with the nigga, but they weren't pro Jay-Z culture. T.I. and Jeezy were pro Jay-Z culture. So those are good points you are bringing up.
Last question before we let you go. Just answer it quickly, too, so we get more callers on there. Which hip-hop artist do you think worship the devil the most?
Out of all of them, wow, I would have to say it's Jay-Z. It's Jay-Z because if Jay-Z was the one that ushered in the game 100 miles per hour and pushed it to the limits, to the fact that, like I said, Rihanna, not Kendrick, but Rihanna, Kanye, and the rest of them followed suit, and that's Satanism in hip hop. And like you said before, Professor Griff wouldn't have been able to expose everything they were to expose if Jay-Z wasn't pushing that subliminally and over your heads, under your heads, understanding, overstanding. Jay-Z was the jump man to Satanism the way the jump man is. Jay-Z was to Satanism what the jump man is to Nike Air.
Thank you for calling in.
Shouts out to you, man.
Take care.
All right, FBJ. You take care, bro.
Thank you.
All right. Man, 773. I'm going to slide you back in here real quick. I see Chicago trying to call back in. Let's see what Chicago Rilla's got to say about this.
Yeah, let's see what Chicago got in store.
All right, so calling back to Chicago Rillas. We know what time it is, man, too, by the way. Shouts out to Bump J and them boys. All right, let's go. Hello. Caller, we now live, man. We can hear you. Come on, shot. Yeah, let's go.
Y'all already know who this is. This is Bruce B. Martini. And
Bruce in the building. What's
Bruce
up,
in
Chicago?
the building, man. Bruce talks.
Y'all. I'm glad y'all finally got some Hope Avengers on the line because y'all been bullshitting. I don't know what this is about today.
Hey man, listen. It ain't the best for Jay-Z. Jay-Z's in the news right now, good or bad, but that's what it is. We're gonna talk about.
I hear. But look, so we can talk about '96. I was 14, and I can be honest. I was listening to Twista and house music, but Twista popped up with the Rockefeller chain, not the other way around. So Hov was bigger than Twista at that time. Twista had the Rockefeller chain, right? That makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
I remember hearing about that. I remember they was talking about the twist in the Rockefeller chain. They was putting that chain
never
on.
signed, but I seen that chain with my own eyes. That shit was icy as fuck in the '90s. It was icy as fuck in the 2000s. It's still icy. It's a real thing. Like, like Hov was bigger than Twista in '96, and Twista was the king. Like, Twista was everything in Chicago. Twista wasn't nothing moving without Twista in '96, and he had a rock chain. He was co-signing Jay, right? Because Jay was bigger than him.
This was around Streets is Watching Jay, though, right? This was Streets is Watching Jay era.
I mean, yeah. I mean, it was some momentum built, but it ain't like Hov was nobody in '96. Hit 'Em Up was probably the biggest song in '96, right? The Fugees. ain't nobody front on the Fugees. The Fugees was everywhere in '96. Nobody can lie about that. Hov didn't really take over till '98, but Hov wasn't nobody in '96. That's crazy. Hov wasn't Future Dungeon Family in '96.
Context of the question that was asked to Future years ago, was Jay-Z that guy in '96?
Yeah,
His
that
answer
guy.
was no.
That guy. Was he speaking Guyanese?
He named 10 other people that were factually bigger than Jay-Z.
Yeah.
And this is something that Jay-Z has cried about before in the past, about Reasonable Doubt not being given that love in '96 that he thought it would have gotten.
Yeah, because I didn't even listen to Reasonable Doubt in '96. I probably didn't listen to it till '98. But that ain't the point.
Well, hold on, Big Bruce, hold on, Bruce.
What he was saying in '96.
But you got to keep in mind
was bigger than everybody.
But you keep it okay. Listen to what you said. See, '98 and '99 are very important years for Jigga. All right.
I started smoking in 1990. Like all these years run together.
Yeah, so the reason why I'm saying, like, my only thing, Bruce, is this, bro, man. I'm not the type of person to say the nigga was a nobody, because you wouldn't be able to sell 420,000 units in '96, right? But what I am saying, though, I'm just a little confused. Like, why does it get up under people's skin when you just bring up the fact that there were other bigger artists and bigger albums?
King said and cried about being overlooked in '96.
What you write for? What you write for, though?
It's
what
right.
What having a conversation for?
It's history. It's like
it's history.
Hip
hop history.
We gotta have this conversation because it's out there, but we can have this conversation just like niggas say Tupac wasn't no real lyricist.
People do
like come on.
Like that too, right?
Niggas always say a Tupac wasn't no real lyricist. The nigga just looked good.
We gonna play Brenda's Was a Baby and we gonna move on, right? Like Brenda had a baby and we gonna move on from that, right? We can stop having that conversation after that.
Yeah, and I'm just feeling okay. So because come on, like there was '97. When Harlem World came out in '97, right?
By '97, Hov was over, right? '97 was Volume 1. It was a wrap. Hov was Hov, and wasn't going back.
Did he sell more than Harlem World?
He headlined the tour with DMX and Cash Money on it. That was '98, '99. Hard Knock Life Tour was '98, '99. Michael Jackson on stage at Summer Jam was '99 or 2000, right? So '97, by '97 it was over. It was no conversation. He had to play Nas by then because Nas had fell off.
Thing though, and then he snatched it from Jay-Z later. But here's the thing.
Well,
we're talking about Future was answering about '96. Everybody's bringing up other years.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
The question to Future years ago was '96.
1996.
Because they asked him.
I ain't trying to hear about '96 no more.
They asked years ago about Reasonable Doubt in '96. Future said Reasonable Doubt is a classic album. He loves the album. But he answered and said that there were way bigger acts in '96 at that time. That is what people are retweeting.
Future is factually correct. But we should not be taking opinions from Future.
I think we should. No, pause that. No, hold on, Bruce. Let me tell you why. Let me tell you why I think it's appropriate to take opinions from street niggas.
Only on hip hop.
Only on in this type of rap
music. Just hip hop conversation.
Let me tell you why. Let me tell you why. Like I said before, Reasonable Doubt is a
street nigga anthem.
It's album. An organized crime
Mob Boss album.
Museum piece album.
Yeah, Black Mafia shit.
Yeah. Right. So if they ain't hear it in the streets like that, and it's okay to say. I'm telling you, I had brother-in-laws, older dudes was like when they brought up Jay-Z because they were arguing. Yeah.
They was listening to Reasonable Doubt in the streets in Chicago in '96. I wasn't. I was listening to house music. I was listening to Twista and Do or Die and Crucial Conflict, right? But through that, I got to Hov. Through my older cousins, I got to Hov. Right? I wasn't really listening to Biggie in '96. I was listening to Pop a little bit. Right, but I was listening to what was around me, right?
Realistically, I get what you're saying, but come on, man. Realistically, like if you're not hitting all of the come
okay,
on,
good.
Okay.
But remember,
that's the only reason. Real quick, Sin.
Uh-huh.
The reason why I'm bringing this up. Come on now, if you in New York, your music better make it to Chicago, because if you can't make it to Chicago, nigga, you suck. If you can't make it to Philly, if you can't make it to Philly, you suck. But we know
we wasn't listening to that back to Africa shit in '96.
Well, that's because niggas want to wear that platinum jewelry. Because they tried all that Africa shit.
We were rocking with that.
Niggas tried all that Africa shit with the 90s. The native tongue niggas, Lord Jamar and them niggas. That's why Lord Jamar voted for Trump now.
We were more Dua than God. We weren't.
If your shit really was making it down to the south, the bottom of the map, you had momentum.
But also you have to keep in mind.
Y'all ain't had no sidewalks.
Here we go. Oh, that was you, Bruce, that said that. All right now, Bruce. All right, take care, bro.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, too, by the way.
Also, make sure, Bruce, during your birthday, you give a shout out to Lupe for us.
Hell to the no.
All right, bro. Take care. Shouts out to Bruce, man.
Anybody else who's pro Jay-Z, call in. And remember, the context is 96. Future was answering about 96.
96, not 97, 8, 9, not 2000s. Ladies and gentlemen. Also, 805, I'm going to return your call. Let me get back at you. 805, if you listen, I'm calling you right back. All right, I'm going to try to hit up as many of these calls. I think Jay-Z should just go on and run for president, at this point, because Black America feels some type of way about Jay. Jay-Z, if you're listening, you should run for president.
Even after you said past caller, name and where you're from.
Oh, this is the Cruel Guy.
What's up?
Oh, Cruel Guy. The nigga, I be butchering the shit out your name. Cruel Guy, but what's up with you?
Did you drink your mushroom coffee today?
That's what I was calling to remind everybody to do. Drink your mushroom coffee and stay sucker free.
Already, man. So
what's
let's go.
What's your thoughts on this topic?
Let's think about Jay-Z, man.
Man, I really don't have no comments on the man. Like I said, I just called it, remind y'all to drink your mushroom coffee and stay sucker free.
All right, thank you, John. Thank you. Shouts out to you, man. Scorpio, straight to the point. These are good calls. Shouts out to Bruce. Bruce did make me laugh, but a lot of Chicago niggas did always fuck with Jay-Z. They fuck with Reasonable Doubt, Jay. All right, let's see here. 678, calling you now live. What's up with you, man? Where you calling from and name and everything? Let's go.
What's happening, man? Hey, man, it's your boy HM3, man. Tapping in from the south side of Atlanta, man. Old Nat, Gabby Road, all the way to State Farm.
Gabby Road, Old National Highway. All right, so let's go, man. We got to talk about it. We got to speak in the spirit of Big Gift, man. Let's get down to it. What is going on? Why people keep tripping about 96J? What's up with this?
Well, here's the thing, man. The reason they tripping on it, it's simple. You got to think back to 96. In 96, you had Tupac, All Eyes on Me. Remember that? You had Tupac, All Eyes on Me. You had Nas, It Was Written. And I want to say you had Outkast, ATL. And Bone Stars of Harmony, Crossroads was still doing numbers around that time. You know what I'm saying? You remember?
Yeah.
You remember? Now, me personally, growing up, I was one of the few people way back when I actually had I had got the Reasonable Doubt album, right? I had that album. Only person in my neighborhood that had an album. Niggas ain't know who the hell Jay-Z was. I happened to recognize him because I was up watching the video and I saw the first Dead President video. So I was interested, to hear the rest of his body of work. All right. So I had that album. Only person in my neighborhood with it. Now, growing on through 96, going on throughout everywhere, the only time you heard the Jay-Z song was Ain't No Nigga from the Nutty Professor soundtrack. So he wasn't getting burned as everybody wanted to make him the beat, and I don't know why the whole Avengers be trying to rewrite history and tell people from the South what they were listening to. Nigga, you wasn't here, bro. You wasn't here. You wasn't outside every day, bro. You know what I'm saying? You wasn't catching Martin the Underground going around like the Armor Festival or whatever, and they were playing Jay-Z Reasonable Doubt. It wasn't happening, bro. I hate to be the one to tell y'all. I don't know why they can't accept the fact, but Jay-Z was just never the favorite down here like that. And niggas get mad. You know what I'm saying? Did he have hits? Did people like some of his music? Yes. But he just was never the favorite. And that is okay, bro, because he's still one of the best to ever do it. You know what I'm saying? So just accept the fact that you was a late bloomer, and it showed. That's all what it was.
I think the late bloomer thing is actually inspirational to people. Like, look, if you're in your 30s or whatever, and you can blow up at any time. I don't know why that's a negative thing to say. Not everybody got to get their wins in their 20s or, you know, late teens, whatever. Some people get their wins in their 30s and 40s.
Yeah, the two hottest niggas that really popped off, they ain't make it out their 20s. Like, if you want to be realistic, and like, even when they used to have, like, what was it, like Circuit City back in the day, like, you saw Billboard poster cutouts of Tupac with the W with the All Eyes on Me look, and you saw the album covers everywhere. My honest opinion, man, I don't know what's going on. I know there was like in the 2000s there was like I say after Streets is Watching and then going into the Blueprint. I do believe there was like a change for him, especially when he had his coordinated features in the South from Virginia all the way down to the Cash Money Boys,
people don't wanna
and then the
admit.
Atlanta flips with the remixes with Jeezy and T.I. and then Rick Ross.
Volume 2 and 3 really put Jay-Z on the map in the South. And he was smart. He got a lot of Southern producers and that. He had Timbaland from Virginia. He had other people. That was a good move he made.
Yeah, so like my only thing is just the 96, like people looking at Future like he was a Martian. I was like, what was wrong with what he said?
That was really going on in real time. That was happening. That was really what was happening. Come on, man. Like, All Eyes on Me was dominating. I think Biggie was still dropping remixes in 96, wasn't he?
Yes. Yeah. He was doing like an R&B remix run.
Like, come on, man. Like, unfortunately for Ho, that just wasn't it, man. Nas, If I Rule the World, man. Like, what are you? Come on, man.
If I ruled the world, yeah. If I ruled the world and Ready or Not were like big ass records.
Yes, that's what I'm saying, man. It just. Hey, look, Ho, it just wasn't your time during that time, brother. But you made up for it. You a billionaire, man. So there's nothing for the whole venture to feel bad about, man. You know, he did finally get his moment, but he was just not the favorite the way everybody wanted to pick him to be. But like I said, down here, the whole fan tried to tell us what we were playing. I'm like, bro, when I was in the streets running around the trap, bro, you would hear DMX and the 50 Cent before you hear Jay-Z.
What Jay, Dame, and Big did that was really smart, them volumes of trying to figure out the formula to make Jay-Z hot, it worked. Because he figured out through the volumes, okay, what songs and tracks people really like. And then that's how we got, you know, to his later work, like even the Blueprint.
Right. I agree. But
really?
that's something that I've been stressing because I'm kind of tired of people trying to tell what was going on when it comes to that Reasonable Doubt album in 96. It's a great album, classic album. I could play it front to back to this day. But in real time, it just wasn't that. That's okay. I promise y'all, Ho been losing sleep. Well, maybe he is losing sleep because the newer generation is picking him apart right now. Unfortunately, the jig is up.
Yeah, I get what you're saying. And the only thing, too, about Reasonable Doubt, even Reasonable Doubt got to me, it's got less skips than Blueprint. I think Blueprint is a classic album. I think it got one skip for me because not all the times I don't want to hear Ola Ovito. You get what I'm saying? But like Reasonable Doubt, man, that's a classic. And also, why they keep circling the block on Future? Like, what's even before all of the 2024 shit? What's your perspective on that? That they keep circling the block on Future? You know, and FBJ, he brought it up about Future not having a big cosign, but he was able to cause a regional shift. But what's your perspective of that?
I mean, well, the thing is, because when it comes to Future, he built everything up brick by himself. With him, Scooter, the whole FBG game, they had their own motion. They were doing their own stuff in the city. RP Double D, you from Atlanta, you know who that is. They just really came with their own motion, and can't nobody say they did something for somebody. Now, they try to say it was Drake who put Future on. But we all know that's false. And the thing is, Future is not your everyday type of rapper that you would want to hear per se. He just got to be something that you went through. Like I ain't gonna lie to you, I don't bump Future every day, but I know for certain, man. Like when I was just trying to get in the mood, turn up a little bit, cut off some Future, it's gonna go each and every time. So he found his own lane. He monopolized it and dominated, which is why he been able to have these records on top for so long.
I think it's because he's from the South that people don't give him credit for being a genius. Like,
that's kind of what it always is when it comes to us. And unfortunately, you know what I'm saying? Like, whenever we do something, they're gonna try to find the best way to discredit it and say, "Oh, it was it's just a backhanded compliment." You know what I'm saying? But let's just say ODB did the same thing Future did. Niggas will call him a genius. Niggas will put him probably in the Mount Rushmore. You never know. You know, there's a lot of picking and choosing when it comes to people, because you get extra points for being from New York. Sorry, Chad. You can feel how you want to feel. Y'all know what it is. Y'all know how biased y'all are. But, you know, before I land my plane, you know, because I know y'all got other callers calling in. To me, Hov got 3 classic albums, so I don't want y'all niggas in the chat to get in y'all feelings, because these niggas from the South, you don't know nothing. I got Reasonable Doubt, I got the Blueprint, and I got the Black Album.
I
like American Gangster too, though. I like American Gangster too.
I actually like American. Yeah, I like American Gangster better than the Black Album. That's just my personal opinion. But I was going to ask you one other thing, and then I think Sin got something to say. I'm going to ask you. No, I got 2 questions for you. Okay, one of them is local politicking, but the other one is, where did you see Jay-Z versus Mace with Harlem World? Because Harlem World came out of what, 97? It was a 97 album, right? Yeah. All right. And then so he went on to sell with like 4 times platinum or something like that. It was a big album. And then Jay-Z, he did learn to say, okay, I got to lean more into this type of energy. But Jay wasn't going to put on them ugly, shiny-ass suits. So I did give him credit on that.
I respect him for that, too.
Yeah, and the other question, yo, man, what you think about PT Cruiser coming out talking about Jeezy was snatching up the ad-libs? What's up with that?
Yeah, I mean, Troy been saying that for 15 years, man. A lot of people ain't been paying attention, man.
Yeah, he been saying it, but I'm just curious what's your thoughts on it, because I know he used to have his thing, because Hitman Sammy Sam, they were going back and forth with each other. But yeah, what you think about that? Because, I mean, he did pioneer the ad-lib game on the backdrop.
No, he definitely did. And I was going to say, you know, in my opinion, me personally, in my opinion, as far as that go with Troy, see, Troy only saying this because I'm going to be real with you, because T.I., Luda, nor Jeezy reached back to bring them up. So if you from Atlanta, you know that he's been having a grudge about it the whole time.
Yes. Yeah, and I think I'm gonna be real with you. That's the only thing that Jeezy, T.I., and Luda hold a giant, big ass, Buffy the Body L to me is not paying their respect to Pastor Troy publicly.
But I actually would have liked all 4 of them to be on more tracks. Actually, been on tracks like Luda and Pastor Troy and all of them. The last thing I wanted to tell you, caller, before you leave, is where I'm saying that Future's a genius. He was on Like That. He was on the Black Panther album with Kendrick. He was on Iceman, and he was on The Fall Off. and people, and remember, he also, when you're talking about the big 3 of the blog era, who had their mentors Jay-Z and Dr. Dre. Wait, hold on. Yeah, Wayne, Dr. Dre, and Jay-Z. Future was able to partner with all of those people with no issues with Cole, Kendrick, and Drake. Like how, like, and there's a lot of tension there.
You wanna know why? We bought our money, man. We don't give a damn about that petty ass little thief, man. Where the money at, nigga?
You already know, man.
I got the hit record right here. Where the money at, nigga? I got the hit record right here.
Already, man. Hey, man, that's what I keep trying to tell them, man. Like, when folks was, like, in 2024, they would, like, pick a side. I was like, bro, they picking the money. Like, what are you talking about? Like, just don't interrupt the cash flow. But, man, love the call, man. Shouts out to you. Old Natty Boys, Got Me Rolling, all them boys like that, man. You take care.
Also, we have a super chat from Lady.
Oh, shouts out to OG back in the building again. She said, I bought Reasonable Doubt. I brought the Reasonable Doubt album off of the strength of the originators with Jazzo, and I'm from the Midwest, Milwaukee. Man, shouts out to Milwaukee. They get busy out there. She said, I stopped buying Jay-Z albums after the Blueprint.
I gotta say, all the callers so far been fired. We got more callers right now too. We got another call, Prince.
All right, caller, name and where you calling from?
Yeah, this is Mr. S from New York.
Oh, we got New York in the building. Mr. S.
Let's talk about it, Mr. S.
Let's talk about it. What's
the
your
Knicks,
thoughts?
Game 3, Donald Trump, Jay-Z. What's up?
Donald Trump is a sleepy motherfucker, but as far as Future, he's absolutely correct. Like, there's not even like a controversy. He's absolutely correct. And like you said, Prince, he's correct from the fact that he's a street nigga. You know what I'm saying? And then he's Dungeon Family, so he doesn't have this worship cult-like energy towards Jay. So he low-key sees him as a peer. He's just younger than Jay. Like, he sees him as a peer low-key.
It's true because when he went and did that playing football with your son stuff, Future got mad. He said, "You a street nigga like me. We come from the same origins. Why you doing that?" But go ahead.
Now, from what I remember as a child, Jay-Z, he didn't get big until like 97, 98 when he started doing the soundtracks, when he got that Steve Stout stamp on him. But I just think that, like, because I'm gonna defend Jay a little bit, because I just think that this notion, he was never the best DM. Okay, no, I agree. He never had a number one. He was never the number one undisputed rapper for a lot of years. But what he was he was always top 5. It's like the goddamn Spurs. Like, Tim Duncan was always going to be like you never saw Tim Duncan like a seed out the playoffs like that. He's like the dude that be in the club at the end that gets the girl. Who's just lingering around.
You saying even if he missed the playoffs in '96, from that point on, he's always been at the very least in the playoffs.
We could check the record. Of course, he was always in the mix. Because now let's talk about it, right? I love DMX. He fizzled out after, I'll say, 03. Ja, we know what happened to Ja. R.I.P. Big Pun. Mace was the one who ran to Atlanta.
50 took over in 03, yeah.
Wait, 50 fell the fuck off after Curtis.
Yeah.
When 50 lost Shy Money XL and all those other producers, and what the fuck is he talking about when it comes to the rapping? He just rhyming shit with bitch? No, we can't. Like, 50 had a great 5-year run, but I would rather have Jay-Z's 10, 15-year run than 50's 5-year run.
I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying, and also just to say this too. I think I don't know what the slight is, because I think the biggest asset for Jay-Z is his longevity.
But that's Jay-Z. Issues are they don't want to give people who are brighter, even though they bit their ending earlier. Like, they want him to have been as bright as Pac and DMX and 50 in their moments, and also have the longevity, instead of saying, look, he outpaced everybody in a slow tortoise type of thing, whereas other people who was brighter in those years and moments, unfortunately certain things happen, and those people either are no longer here or other things took place with them.
You brought up a great point too, and she's right. You brought up a great point about DMX, because DMX prime arc is from what, 98 to 03? Would you say 99, 03?
I would say for shit show, yeah. I would say so. But I got a question for y'all. How about this? Where did he switch Jay-Z with Drake? Let's put Drake in 96. Let's put Jay-Z in 2009. Who has a better career?
Jay-Z in 90, Drake in 96, and Jay-Z in 2009.
I don't know. That's difficult.
I don't know
because in the blog era, you was getting more more that a different type of emotional diary stuff.
The real question is, player, is he going to be on? Is he going to be? The real question is,
Jay-Z may not have been sensitive enough to do the blog era. I don't know.
Well, at the other side of the question, if we place in Drake in '96, is he on Death Row or Bad Boy Records?
That's label is he a part of first?
Because that would determine it.
What label?
That would determine
is he
it.
on Bad Boy? Is he
on Ruckus Records?
Yeah, he ain't on Ruckus, but he definitely would be on. What would he be on? Death Row or Bad Boy?
What? No, what?
But this is my thing though. Drake translates better in the 90s than Jay-Z does in the 2010s. By the 2010s, nobody give a fuck about when Diamond Chase. We started to get woke. But if you put Drake in '96, he's basically the next. He's like a John B. Biggie kind of dude.
That's a great point.
With you.
That's a great point. I can see where you're coming from with that. I would say Drake would still be dominant. I do believe. Take all of the shit aside.
They're gonna say Scorpio bias.
It ain't Scorpio bias because Nas was doing If I Ruled the World. They had R. Kelly running around, right? That he was singing. So and then the nigga looked like John B. So might as well, right? I mean,
but was he gonna be on Cash Money?
Jay-Z would have been a super Wiz Khalifa. That's all he would have been. Jay-Z he low key is like a value menu Jay-Z. Like he's just not as lyrical. That's just me. What y'all think?
You said Jay-Z and now the Wiz Khalifa.
I'm gonna say that Jay-Z, to be fair to him, like you was earlier, Jay-Z has a better work ethic than Wiz, and he's more calculated and scheming than Wiz.
That is true.
What Jay-Z does?
I just think Wiz is an underrated lifestyle rapper. I saw that kind of brand. But go ahead,
underrated lifestyle rapper, but what Jay-Z's superpower is he analyzed people's weaknesses and their strengths.
Right.
He already knew he couldn't compete with Tupac and Biggie and them, but best believe that in his mind he saw their flaws too. Like, oh, this nigga might die.
Right.
Oh man, this nigga is gonna have an overdose. All I gotta do is keep fucking working.
That's it, man. Nah, man.
Jay work hard for real.
No, I think Drake. I think most of the guys would have been able to translate out of the big three. I think Cole would have ran into some more issues because of the competition level and the type of rapper that he is. He raps about competing, so he wouldn't have been able to back out like he did in 96, 97.
Right, because in the late 90s, the conscious rappers were actually very aggressive. Like, you had Black Thought shooting at Biggie, for God's sake. So, Cole would have not translated well. And then Kendrick would have just been goddamn, he would have been fucking Evidence and Dilated People. Just a better version of that. Let's just keep it a being.
He would have still had West Coast stuff too added in there. It's just that with what's clever about Kendrick hides the gang ties better because he likes to be more of a poet and an artist. He don't wear it in the forefront in the obvious way, like, YG and them.
I think in 96, though, I think in 96 Kendrick would have had the red rag out though.
More?
Yeah, I think in 96 he would have had the red rag out.
Absolutely.
Because
just a little bit more.
Yeah, because that was the Death Row era, and
it was selling at that time.
Yeah, and most of the niggas had colors. Dog Pound had the blue rag out. Snoop had the blue rag out.
You know what? But he would have been taking more from the Tupac template because even though Tupac isn't originally from the West Coast, but what made Tupac so big, or even people like Ice Cube, they are able to fuse in that whole gang shit, but they have other skill sets. Kendrick has other skill sets where he wouldn't have just only been relying on that particular lane.
But we definitely would have seen that minivan up under a giant red flag on his debut album in the 90s, because that's just what they were doing. Yeah, but no, those are good points, man. That's what I said. You as an astute New Yorker, hometown hero yourself out there, I just didn't understand why everybody getting tight about the conversation of just Jay in 96. Nobody's shitting on his career. We just talking about what was going on in 96. And then we got people that are calling in from everywhere that lived through it.
Yeah, no, it's not. I think there's other lines. I think it's just overall Jay hate, which I could empathize with that, but No, 96. But if we're talking 96, he wasn't that guy yet. 97, 98, he started to, really show out.
One question, because I have to be fair to somebody who's more favorable towards Jay-Z. But who do you think is the worships the devil the most in the hip hop industry?
Biggie. I'd rather go to fucking hell.
Ooh.
But he's wearing the Jesus piece. Okay, come on. Biggie. All black.
Wow. Well, you came out of left field on
That's
that
a good
one.
one.
That's a good one. People forgot about Biggie's necromancy bars. Man, that's crazy. That's crazy. Good call too, by the way, man. Appreciate you, man.
All right, salute y'all.
All right, man. That was a fire one, man. I like that one, man. He came out of that one. Shouts out to y'all, man.
Also, donation from Ja.
All right. Okay, so Ja, hold on. So I must have missed a couple of them. Did I miss a couple? Okay, I did. We did, ladies. Let me get to the cruel guy. Drake headlines in '96. Rappers beaten again. Yeah, I just think it would have been an interesting, definitely an interesting year. But I like what he proposed about Jay in '09, and that means Jay-Z would definitely, because for him to kind of get more recognition as a New Yorker, he stepped out of New York and started doing features with other acts, especially from the South. Even E40 and things like that on the West Coast, because people forget about the Hall of Fame era of E40 with Oakland and the Bay. But yeah, it would be interesting to see what type of Jay-Z template would have worked in in '09, given what that stuff is. I think if Drake would have dropped in '96, I definitely see him doing overtly more R&B though. All right, we got another call, 216. Let's get into it. All right, All right, they hung up. I don't know what happened. Metro PCS, you got to let us know. But let's see here. What y'all got? DMX. Yeah, DMX had a strong, powerful beginning, 98, 99, and 03. And then he had some other issues where he started getting arrested and, he was talking about the drug relapse and things like that. But definitely a legendary run. DMX is definitely top 5. DMX hated the duck out of the devil and prayed on stage. I mean, all of it's an amalgamation of like Satanism and stuff like that. Okay, 216, you calling back again? Hey, caller, what's up with you? 216, what's good with you?
Hey. Let's try to get some things together.
All right, who we going for? What we got?
What's up?
So 96. So 96, you got Pac. If you go through how Pac was moving and who Pac was targeting or whatever, you can see who was at top. Pac was targeting Biggie, he was targeting Nas, and he was targeting Jay-Z. Pac knew about Jay-Z in '96. And another thing is, if we take sales out of there and we're just like concentrating on rap, and at the time when people was just making up a title of who's the king of New York and who's the king, that ain't had nothing to do with sales. That had to do with who was the rap king or who was the rhyme king in New York at the time in like '96, or not just New York, just who they gave it to in '96 as the king or whatever. And that takes sales out of that. I'm saying they knew who Jay-Z was in '96. Jay-Z was battling people on the streets. LL came up with the GOAT term, and Jay-Z had already beat him in a battle. So how has Jay-Z not got the influence that we saying he got? And then another thing is, we're not trying to take from other artists in '96 and saying that or whatever. I'm saying that was the title. All the other acts in '96, I loved them too, and it was great. But none of them wanted to be the king. None of them wanted to be like the overlord or be the one who was like that or whatever. I'm saying in the realm of who was going for the crown, or like Jay-Z said, they argue all day about Biggie, Jay-Z, and Nas. It was Jay-Z. Jay-Z was in there at the time. He was popping like that in '96. Or if people was like buying it on the billboards or whatever, people in rap that liked rap and that was really into rap, they knew who he was. He got cosigns from the people everybody admired. So that's what I'm saying. I don't get how y'all just downplaying like where Jay was at in '96. I get he getting hate now, but he did that already. He already won all that.
This is what I'm gonna say real quick, and then I'll just leave it off for you and Prince. 'Cause I'm gonna take a quick lunch break. But I would say, or morning breakfast break. I would say this. Jay-Z made the rules about the numbers, and Jay-Z was the one crying about him not being appreciated in 96 with Reasonable Doubt. That's something that people also have to keep in mind. But go ahead.
All right.
That's true. But how did he have the ability to do that? That means he was the man if he had the ability to do that.
Okay, all right. Let's slow things down real quick. We gotta slow this down, player. There was a fight for the nigga kingdom. Tupac came out of prison. He says, y'all all New York niggas fucked me over. So now I got the West Coast with me. We taking over the nigga kingdom, and we gonna do Death Row Records in the East Coast. Niggas were fighting for the crown. There was a fight for the nigga kingdom. Number two.
Remember, the West Coast went to Jay-Z's songwriting. Go ahead.
That's after. That's after. Man, come on. You talking about Mandela, Dr. Dre. And you talking about.
Because I'm saying it like this.
I'm going to lay this other part down. Real quick. I'm going to lay this down real quick. I know you laid your case out. I have to refute here. I have to approach the bench. Let me tell you why. Here's the other side of it. Nobody talks about that Gemini, Tupac, was a blessing for a lot of his ops. Not only because he died, right? Because he was scaring the shit out of a lot of people because too much charisma, and you had a gang-affiliated label with Bloods and Crips, and on the back end, alleged cartels and Jews. All right? So that was already scaring a lot of niggas across the industry. LL said, I would have been this Tupac, but them niggas fighting with guns. All right? Secondly, or thirdly, Jay-Z, Tupac is, nobody talks about it, Tupac is one of the best stimulus packages for Jay-Z. Because when Tupac died the way he did, one of his very last statements was, fuck Jay-Z. There was a lot of people that said, I didn't even know who Jay was until Tupac dissed the shit out of him. And remember, with them posthumous albums, after Tupac had long passed and we got Jay-Z's career going on an arc from 98, 99 into the 2000s, there were unreleased records that were still coming out talking about ain't no nigga like me, fuck Jay-Z, right? So you got to keep that in mind. It wasn't that Tupac saw Jay-Z as a threat. I told you, it was just having to do with Brooklyn's Finest on Jay-Z's debut album. Tupac is a New York hip-hop head at his core. He got an old song on Me Against the World, Ain't Nothing Like the Old School, where he's paying homage to all of the New York legends, right? But Tupac listened because he was also listening to what Biggie had to say. And Biggie got saucy on Brooklyn's Finest. So Jay-Z's so Tupac's looking at this debut album cover. He says, fuck Biggie and fuck this nigga he rhyming with, all right? And that's why he said he heard on Brooklyn's Finest, it sounded like Jay was being slick with his wordplay too. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying anything. I'm not saying anything else.
The thing I like about Pac, Pac's my favorite artist. If you watch Pac, now Pac he had confidence in his rap style, but Pac was a rap fan. He knew there was hardcore rhymers out there or whatever. So Pac thing was always this. That's what the thug style was. Pac would find people who had styles that everybody thought might have been better than his, more lyrical his, and Pac would master them styles. And if Pac was going against you, he gonna study style and he gonna come at you with what he going with. I'm just saying, Jay-Z was worthy of that to Pac. No matter, I ain't saying Pac was scared of him like that or whatever, but just like with Nas, Pac studies who he thinks is gonna be a problem.
You're right about that. Here's the thing. You're not wrong about that because that is true. Tupac did assess threats, but you got to remember, Tupac also saw in the Dead Presidents video who was sitting at the table. Biggie Smalls, AZ, Jay-Z, Dame, Biggs. Tupac, remember, he's a conspiracy nigga. His mama's a Black Panther. So he thinking conspiracies in general. So he already felt like this grand conspiracy was to get him out of New York. And all of the niggas that fuck with each other, somehow they fuck with the niggas that shot me too. So that's why another reason why he started dissing all of them niggas. And I bet you, if you gave Tupac long enough, he would have been dissing AZ too.
Oh yeah.
Because because think about it. If you go back to the beginning of the director's cut of Dead Presidents, what did they say? And Biggie Small says in the video, "Yeah, yo, we taking over the West." Oh, like they taking shots at the West Coast niggas. That's why. And Jay-Z in there with he being slick too. He got the ball cut. He looked like an Onyx member, but he over there laughing when they was like, "We taking over the West." So that's why Tupac shot all of them niggas up. That's what I'm saying. Like that's what I said. Tupac also helped promote it. Huh? What'd you say?
I can go with that.
Yeah, that was one of the reasons why Tupac started dissing Jay-Z, because he felt like, nigga, you starting to be slick too.
But back to Jay, if we still saying Jay's influence, even when Biggie was the king or whatever, when Jay was coming out, people was questioning if he was better than Biggie.
Well, Biggie said it. Biggie
albums out, and Biggie they ended up getting on a song together because even Biggie knew Jay was a problem.
You're right about that. No, that part is right. Biggie said it out of his own mouth to Lil C's that this guy's better than me.
But I do have to say something real quick. Y'all talking about other people in the industry, and I do want to make something clear. We're talking about how the public received an artist at the time. Jay-Z had got lost in the fray in 1996. Of course, he was known in the industry. He'd been around a long time with Jazz O and the rest of them. So other alumni, they knew of him. Big Pun, everybody, they all knew of each other.
Oh yeah. Also, shouts out to Ida. Yeah, it was something like that. He said, "No, just real quick, just to say this real quick."
I was following stuff. I never heard of no real bad concert in the South for Jay-Z. I never heard all that stuff. Like, I mean, there was like rumblings. I get people was like, "Oh, I'd rather listen to Master P than Jay-Z." The folks like that, but there was no like super things you could look to just be like, "Oh, Jay can't move nothing in the South."
No, that wasn't the case. No. Just to say that, just real quick.
That's after 96. Go ahead.
All right, this is real quick. Yeah, he said, "Nah, Big rolled the dice and said who shot you." That was the diss. Yeah, thank you very much. Yeah, he did diss him in that clip. And two, this is again for a lot of people in hip hop. There was a lot of rap niggas. I'm telling you, man, you can talk to a lot of them. Even what LaRue said, we talking about in the Midwest, we talking about the South, we talking about in Arizona. For a lot of niggas, the first time they hear about Jay-Z is when Tupac is saying "fuck Jay-Z."
Yeah, because I'm
talking about to the everyday listener.
I'm gonna be honest. I feel like people trying to keep changing the goalposts to give Jay-Z something that he didn't have in '96. Of course, everyone in the industry knew of him. Their industry peers, even the people who are not as known at the time, right? Because Tupac was around in the industry before he really blew up too. Yeah. Everybody knows this. You've been in the industry, let's say, for a couple of years. Some of your peers blow up before you. You eventually blow up. Some of them may admire your skills. But 96, everybody's talking about the visibility of how the audience and the public was receiving the person at the time. In 96, other people were well received and way more popular than Jay-Z with Reasonable Doubt in 96. And this is something that Jay-Z himself cried about. You can't, and also just to say to the people who are Hovengers, you can't jump over the person himself who complained about not being seen in 96 himself. He was disappointed about his own reception from the hip hop community at that time, not industry peers. The conversation is not about industry peers, who people know behind the scenes. It's about Jay-Z not liking the fact that he wasn't received well in 96, even though he dropped a really good project.
Yeah, the only other thing too, the only time I saw Jay-Z, the only time I saw, real quick, caller, I'm just gonna say this, I'm gonna let you go. The only time I seen Jay-Z hate, like unequivocal hate, is when Ether came out. And I knew niggas in Atlanta that never listened to no fucking Nas record. In fact, that's what I was trying to tell. Even when I responded back to Rock Supremacy, because he was online saying people talking about Jay-Z didn't get played in the South. I said, no, Nas had a harder time in the South. The only time I heard Jay-Z catch an L is when Ether came out. And there was niggas I knew that never listened to no fucking Nas album. They couldn't quote you one goddamn bar. But they could definitely tell you the bars to Ether.
That's a great point Prince made. The Jay-Z hate started because of Nas.
That was it, man. That was it. That's up until then, nobody was like, they weren't mad at Jay-Z for no reason. The only other person that was mad at Jay-Z was maybe Tupac, just by association to Biggie and all them New York niggas. But the only time I actually heard people start really fucking with Jay-Z, the first time he get his real hate in the culture, was after Ether. That was it.
Yeah. Yeah.
That was it. It was nothing. That's why I think even his dynamics with Drake is interesting, because Drake, the hate for Drake excessively blooms for him, or the trolling of it, better yet, is after he loses his rap battle against Kendrick. You know, because Jay was talking about the battle as if he was the victor in his battle. I'm like,
well, that's why when you brought up about Tupac's paranoia, I thought that was interesting, because Drake is paranoid about Jay-Z himself, because he thinks Jay-Z is sending assassins after him and stuff like that. Yeah, so he trying to shoot up so Drake is trying to shoot up anybody and everyone around Jay-Z himself.
Yeah, they got more in common in a lot of regards than they think. Both of them go on after their battle loss to sell 500,000+ units, because Blueprint 2 came out after Jay-Z lost against Nas. I think he sells like 596,000 units in Blueprint 2. And then Drake comes out after he loses against Kendrick. He sells a shitload of records, right? They got more in common culturally after their battle loss, both of them.
The only difference, though, is their origins tells are way different.
It's way different.
Jay-Z is a hustler who came from Brooklyn and all that. And with Drake, when he came out, he had one of the highest bidding wars for him in hip-hop industry history.
And nobody wanted to sign with Jay like that. They didn't want to sign Jay at the beginning. They was actually rejecting him, which forced him and Dame Dash and Burks to come up with the whole Rockefeller situation around Reasonable Doubt.
Which was genius.
Yeah, but no, man. I agree with a lot of your points. The only thing I'll say, just like the previous caller from over there on National Road, nobody hated Jay-Z. That's the only thing I just don't. The thing that I don't understand where the defense is like, nobody really was thinking about Jay-Z like that. Like, I remember when I first really heard a Jay-Z record was like, as a kid, was Diamonds Are a Girl's Best Friend and the Juvenile High remix.
Right, and yeah, just one last thing to say. Tupac saying "fuck you" did give a little bit of a scar, but not too bad. No. Because people was like, well, you know, Tupac may have been paranoid, even though Pimp C said he didn't like Jay-Z at first because of Tupac. But when Nas did Ether,
yeah, man,
and said, basically he called Jay-Z a pedo, you messing with Foxy, you over there with R. Kelly. He was on Angie Martinez saying, and Jay-Z know what them young girls, and he was screaming. And then another thing that harmed Jay-Z that nobody talks about, Professor Griff.
Professor
Griff came on YouTube.
Professor Griff.
And he had his PowerPoints. He said, Jay-Z worshipped the devil.
Oh, he's following.
Jay-Z sacrificed black babies. You know, Professor.
Hey, you gotta remember, player. He marketed. Yo, Professor Griff rebranded Jay-Z to the millennial class.
As a Illuminati.
Yeah, like the millennial class know more of Baphomet Hove and Illuminati Hove than Hustler Hove.
Right?
Yeah.
That's Baphomet.
He was Baphomet J. You had Christian rappers dissing him.
Yeah, you did.
Come on, man. That's Nas and Professor Griff are the two worst things that have happened in Jay-Z's cultural career.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Yeah, man, but I get what you said. Nobody's saying Jay-Z was never a nobody. It's just in '96, I just didn't understand like why were people like they were tight. And again, when people bring up Tupac, it's because of the Dead President's video. And thank you, whoever corrected me in the chat. I can't remember what he said, but it was the Who Shot Ya diss, and then Jay-Z starts laughing. They all start laughing, right? And Tupac saw all of that, because they also, if you look in the longer video, they talking about we moving in on the West Coast too. So that's why you saw Tupac being petty, talking about we building Death Row East.
And you got to remember, even with all this stuff, even with Drake so far didn't have somebody like Professor Griff coming at him, that's more powerful than just regular bloggers saying you this and that, even with the Drake thing. Professor Griff was a powerful voice, part of a legendary group.
Great head,
Right. You know, so with Public Enemy and all that. So when Professor Griff for like he was doing this for like 30 years on YouTube.
Yeah.
So like 20 years, like talk about he Illuminati, he worships the devil, you know.
They rather mention Jaguar Wright than Professor Griff. Because that shit goes into that other territory. You get what I'm saying? And honestly,
Professor Griff got some authority.
He got authority. He was successful. Public Enemy, legendary group.
And he's a part of the whole
Black
movement consciousness. Yeah.
Yeah, man. They can make all type of actors. Yeah. All right, but no, you go ahead. What's your final thoughts?
Yeah.
Your last thoughts.
I mean, my last thought is big up to the think tank. Petty Gibbs is out.
Shouts out to Petty Gibbs, man. We love him.
Petty Gibbs.
We love Petty
Yeah,
Gibbs,
Baphomet, Hov,
bro.
and Jay-Z became sensitive about that. That's why he didn't like our Baphomet Jay-Z animation that
It
we
got
did.
flagged. It did get flagged.
Allegedly. So here's the thing that's very important. For people who try to make it seem like, oh, it's just people on the internet hating on Jay-Z, even though everybody hate on somebody, so it's whatever. Professor Griff and Nas, and then I would say on the third leg, Jaguar Wright.
Yes.
Them three have really harmed Jay-Z. And then I would even now throw in Dame. Let's say the four horsemen.
For Jay.
The four horsemen
For Jay.
For Jay-Z is Nas, Professor Griff,
Jaguar Wright,
and Dame Dash.
And Damon Dash, y'all.
Come on, can't get worse than that.
Man, so
that's why he was crying on the picnic saying, I blame Questlove for that. You brought her to me. Yo.
I'm just telling y'all. I mean, because like people keep saying like, y'all gotta understand. Okay, and I'll say this for a lot of industry head niggas, because y'all keep saying like this is random. The millennials were baptized in Malboja J. Okay, the millennial class was baptized in the Da Vinci Code Hove. All right. Y'all got to understand, for a lot of millennials, mid-level millennials, and very last-class young millennials, all they've heard is that Jay-Z had Satan horns.
Yeah.
Like, it's kind of like looking at a Gen Zer now, all they know is Tootsie Roll Diddy. They don't know no other Diddy.
Tootsie Roll Diddy, that's it.
That's it. Like, and there's some millennials and Gen Zers, like, there's Gen Zers that just know that Michael Jordan is the old black guy with red eyes.
And where Professor Griff Gospel really started working is when Jay-Z did that no socks, shoes, Euro step Hove. When he said, knock, knock, I'm at your neighbor's house. When he was talking about working with the Blue Bloods. He said in the song, Blue Bloods, you're going to have to look at me.
Yeah.
And them same Blue Bloods are in the Epstein files. So you got to understand, Professor Griff was cooking at that time. Jay-Z made it worse. He had his forehead next to the biggest Aleister Crowley witches in Hollywood. he was making songs talking about Molly Twerk, knock knock, where the Blue Bloods at, you know? And it didn't look good for him.
I'm going to tell you also now, we really get into it. Blueprint 3 was also one of the biggest strikes against Jay-Z's career. Let me tell you why. Culturally, on the musical front, it's a good album. You dissing Joe Budden on there. You hear Drake on the album. You hear J. Cole on the album. All right. But one thing Jay-Z did in 2010, I don't think if people remember, on New Year's Day, Jay-Z dropped a creepy, ambiguous video called On to the Next One. And the imagery in that video,
on to the next.
If you guys remember, the imagery in that video looks satanic as hell. All right?
And also, so people just can understand this too before we go to the super chat. I understand where Jay-Z frustration is. Nas said Gwyneth Paltrow can say the N-word. Nas was Euro stepping that one time too. When he decided to stop making accusations towards Jay-Z, and he was over there Euro stepping in Europe right next to Jay-Z for some years. That's why Jay-Z gets irritated with how the reception of the audience with Nas. Because Nas is humble Jesus. He's God's son, right? And Jay-Z was like, well, he was out there with me too. And he also was hanging out with Diddy with the whole "you can hate me now." But again, that's Jay-Z's fault because he did too much of the Aleister Crowley stuff in music videos.
Yeah, because look at this here. On to the next one. If you guys remember the imagery from this video right here, and y'all know black people do not mess with a lot of shit. I'm just keeping it real with y'all. We was making fun of Sith Lord in one of our videos, and they said, please take this down. All right? But when he did On to the Next one, he dropped it on New Year's. It was artistically a confusing video. But looking back at it, I said, oh, he's really influenced by Kanye West, right? But y'all remember, look at this. And this was like at the height of all of that bizzle. Yeah, here we go. Yeah, he dropped this on New Year's in 2010. Jay-Z had to address it in an interview, and he said, this is the last time I'm addressing this. And this is like during the same time as the Professor Griff shit.
Also, Josh said, my mama put me on Baphomet Hove.
See?
Yeah.
And then you had the black church talking about Baphomet Hove.
I'm sorry, but people don't understand that.
That really hurt Jay-Z.
You even look at out there in Oakland with KB Toys. He said his mama believed in Baphomet Hove.
Oh, yeah, you talking about, what's that boy?
He said Heaven Sent.
Heaven Sent. Y'all know who we talking about.
What's his name? Who over there with Rock Nation?
He got that haircut from the mama on Good Times. Y'all know who we talking about. Y'all know who that little boy is. Shouts out to the baby. But who's that little nigga? The one that be dancing with the worm and shit, like the worm. But yeah, that on to the next one. Run This Town and Picasso Baby are the three biggest videos that contribute to the mythology of Baphomet Hove. Okay?
La Russell.
Yeah, La Russell.
La Russell even said, and my mama, I told mama, they may be talking about me next. My mama said she watched YouTube videos that said Jay-Z is Baphomet Hove.
On to the next, on to the next one, on to the next, on to the next. Now, I mean, when I saw the video, I liked the song and video, but I said, nigga, this ain't gonna help you with the Masonic Illuminati rumors.
It got so bad that people said Jay-Z was MK Ultra, Kanye, and Rihanna.
Oh yeah, I remember that. I remember.
They said that Ye and Rihanna was being held captive. And you want to know what? It doesn't help the fact that Kanye, now known as Ye, has gone on rant saying that Jay-Z was MK Ultra him.
Yeah.
Jay-Z, don't send your shooters after me.
On to the next, on to the next, on to the next one.
And you didn't come to my wedding.
Take a minute now, freeze. Man. Yeah, because people were like, yo, what's up with Jay? That's what people were saying around that time. I remember. Yeah. There you go. Like, folks, y'all got to remember, like, again, who gonna run this town tonight? On to the next one, and Picasso Baby, Professor Griff, Jaguar Right Now, Dame Dash, and on the back end, D Haven, because he was in the streets with him, right? So he said he doing something else, some other magical stuff. So yeah, like I mean, I don't understand when niggas sit on these podcasts, these industry podcasts, they like, how does this happen? Nigga, it's been 15 years of this.
People feel Jay-Z is so demonic that they be like, yeah, we know Drake and Kendrick and Nas and everybody could be Illuminati too.
Right.
But they like, but it's Jay.
It's definitely Jay.
They like, with Jay-Z, they said, we 100% know it's true. Yeah. That's how people act because Jay-Z played, and Jay-Z knew he played into it too much. That's why he tried to walk it back at one time.
It's the last time I'm going to address it.
He said, I'm not Illuminati.
He did say.
Even Beyonce had to address it in a song. She said, I am not Illuminati.
I mean, look, y'all, let's keep this real here, all right? Somebody bring me the money, please. All right, listen to this. Now, to black folks, where is this boy going in the video? Because what did the nigga say? I told y'all Euro Blueprint 3 to Magna Carta era. That's Euro Step J. All right? I think Blueprint 3 is last of old NYJ, but when he gets into Magna Carta, and y'all know, black hip-hop fans, they start seeing all these funny statues in your videos.
Yeah, the only thing I could give Jay-Z is that all his industry peers do the same thing. It's just that Jay-Z was too egregious with it. It's the Euro step. It's when Obama was in office.
Oh, yeah.
Jay-Z got way too cocky.
I got Obama on the Sally.
And he was putting this stuff on steroids in his
Hey,
videos.
man. Then he came, boy, I'm telling y'all, man.
He just doing too much.
Like, yeah, niggas be, I'm like, bro, what are y'all talking about? Like, there are a lot of millennials, they don't know nothing about parking lot pimping Jay. They don't know nothing about change the game Jay.
Yeah,
they know Baphomet Hove.
They seen Nas be demonic like 3 times. Hate Me Now, but he was also had the Jesus stuff in there, so it kind of saved him.
You can hate me now.
When he did Gwyneth Paltrow could say the N-word. And what was the third time? What was the third time?
That Nas was demonic?
Yeah, that people felt he was being demonic. What was the third time? It's like you could count on one hand.
Yeah,
with Jay-Z,
his percentages are very low.
With Jay-Z,
it's pretty high.
He had that whole Euro step run.
Yeah, Euro step Jay really hurt the nigga.
Time for
clap,
clap,
boom, 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 boom,
clap
boom, 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 boom.
Clap for a nigga with your rapping ass.
And you know,
throw a stack for your nigga.
And you know, black folks,
Tom Ford.
Black people went to Google Tom Ford. They said, "Well, who is Tom Ford?"
He's Masonic.
And then they saw all the funny pictures. It was like, oh, that's Tom Ford. Yeah, this Euro step J, suit and tie Justin Timberlake after he done pulled off Janet Jackson J. That era really wasn't the best. And that's most of what millennials are. See, a lot of niggas, like, I listened to a lot of these niggas that was rhyming and running around with Jay at the time. And it's cool that, like, Myth Bleak is supposed to tell his, his niggas legend. But you got to understand, there's a huge percentage of niggas online. All they know is post Tom Ford Jay.
But let's talk about when Jay-Z made a smart move. When Jay-Z did 444, people thought, you know how black people are.
Yeah.
He left the demonic stuff.
Yeah.
And
he went natural.
He even though he's doing gematria, but they like Jay-Z have
gematria
found,
J.
They said Jay-Z has found Christ. This is good, and he's pro-black. Only for him to mess it up because he said we passed Nilla.
Oh my God!
He built all that credit up.
Said Jay.
Black people said, you know what? Jay has found God.
Yeah.
444 album. He is mature. He's praying his sins away. This is what we want. This is the Jay-Z we like.
Oh my
All God. For him to sell it up to the river when he said we passed Nilla.
Yeah, I gotta understand the reason why we bring up the 4-4 era, Jay, because it was one of his most brilliant rebrands that Jay-Z has ever had. It suckered. It got a lot of people. There was people that didn't even fuck with Jay-Z.
And you know what? I don't usually like Jay-Z. I thought he was demonic, but for him to join the protest and to support Kaepernick, and when he said, "I don't need a Super Bowl, y'all need me." This is what we wanted from Jay-Z. Now, I still think it's wrong for him to call himself God. He's not Hove. He's not God. But Jay-Z is headed in the right direction. I would say the 444 album is a good album. It's a great album. And to see him there standing with the people, this is Jay-Z at his best.
This here, listen, y'all don't understand it because you ain't going to see that shit again. You had seat at the table, told a story, told a chapter in the same story. Oh, she got her own story, but it also told some other shit that was going to seat at the table. Yeah. Lemonade, 444, and the Carters. That was the best marketing run that nigga has ever had.
Yeah, Beyonce was saying, I don't care about views. I don't care about streams.
She took her shit off of iTunes.
We could do anything.
Yeah, man. We saw so many people that didn't even fuck with Jay-Z.
But there was a few people who weren't fooled at that time. Some people still was investigating, a small minority.
Umar Johnson got pulled in.
They said, wait a minute, Tidal? Who won in that?
There you go. That's when you start seeing it.
A bunch of Swedish people?
Huh?
Huh?
Huh? Man, then we passed kneeling. Because, listen, 444 needed to come after this one. It needed to come after Eurostep Roman J.
Yeah, when Jay-Z was Roman Coliseum, Jay-Z.
Yeah, Roman Carter.
He did too much.
Just landed in Rome, nigga.
So, Jay-Z, you talking about France and Rome and Italy and the Vatican. Tom Ford, can you break it down to us? What is Eurostep Hove? Break it down to us.
I just think we need to be able to expand. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
You know, and when I touch down in Rome, St. Petersburg, you know, and I see the wonderful art, you know, that's why I just put it on my album covers, you know, and then with the 3 dots, and then I put the black dot because I'm black, but the black line, and then, you know, because you know when I'm talking to Barack Obama and I go around and I say our global impact.
Well, some people are saying you're Illuminati. What's
I'm not
that
going to
about?
address that anymore.
Uh-huh.
I'm not talking about that anymore. It's wrong, and you know what's crazy? I'm God body, but they say I'm Illuminati.
Okay, I just started to read up on Blue Bloods. I don't even know what that is. What did you mean by Blue Bloods on your album?
If you look at it, we the chosen, the Moors. It's like the Moors of Europe.
So black people are the Blue Bloods.
We the Blue Bloods.
Why are people saying it's the like demonic white vampires that are you saying are the Blue Bloods?
Because that's satanic thinking. That's really Satanism right there. It's that you see me, I'm successful. You see my wife, you see my children. We're successful, but it's that satanic thinking. Think, niggas. It's that satanic thinking that makes you think I worship the devil.
You are saying that the Blue Bloods are black and we're the black Moors.
We're the chosen.
So we're getting it confused then.
Yes, because we've been indoctrinated in our mind. You got to go back to like Dr.
All right. I mean,
Malachi
I did
York,
see you and Beyonce in some Moorish wear.
Yeah.
All right, but what about the Aleister Crowley stuff? That's throwing me off. What's that about?
I'm just trolling. I'm trolling.
Who are you trolling?
I'm just stupid niggas. You know, professors with overhead projectors.
Metaphysics said, I think Kendrick helped with Jay-Z's rebranding. That's what
it was a good cultural win for Jay-Z to be attached to that.
But
it's biting him in the ass now because he has to deal with Drake on the other end of that. And Drake is still a very big figure in the lexicon.
Drake got his streamers working 24/7.
Man.
Although they're being distracted by Daphne's breast.
They are. Because she had baby oil on them.
She
had baby oil on her breast.
How y'all supposed to finish the mission to try to save Drake from being kicked off of Hollywood Island, and y'all getting distracted by breast?
You know they gotta check their OnlyFans updates, the notifications. Oh, Daphne just posted.
Yo, Drake, hold on. I have to talk to Daphne. Talk to you later, Drake.
Yeah. No, listen. No. Let me tell you something real quick. Let's bring that up too. By the way, let's bring that up. Because this is what we're talking about, how these brands have been able to matriculate through hip hop, right? So let's put this back on the screen. You guys are absolutely right. Kendrick's victory out of the battle between him and Drake, and it's a great win to have your name attached to when you are curating something as the Super Bowl.
Jay-Z's all teeth. I got my own Nas now.
Nigga, you just like Nas, but you like from the West Coast, so y'all do that crippled finger shit.
Right? So
another one.
So it was, listen, and again, it's about wins and losses. Again, a fantastic album by Meek Mill and his Knock Need Ass, but it's a great album. I still like the album, but it's about wins and losses, all right? Jay-Z, his co-signature and bringing Kendrick to the Super Bowl was a victory for the the NFL, right? Now, it was a gamble because you wasn't sure was Drake going to make it. And what condition would Drake be in? Because if Drake came back and let's say his album flopped, Jay-Z's in the fucking clear.
Jay.
Yeah.
Yo, the fucking half nigga's still alive, bro.
Oh, fuck.
Yo, he coming out with an album, Iceman. I heard a little bit of it, not a lot.
So
but
he taking some shots at me.
I think he gonna be dissing us, Rock Nation, all that, bro.
Yo, but I thought he was going to be dissing the Kendrick nigga.
He dissing him too, but he really focused on you.
Why?
Bro, we fucked up. We didn't kill him. I thought Lucian and them, they was going to get rid of this motherfucker because, you know, Damn.
Myth Bleak, get off the table. Keep going. He's standing on the table. Get Myth. Get off the table.
I'm tired looking at his gay ass face.
Oh wait, no. I can't do that, man. No. Yeah. Hey,
you're right.
The LGBT community, they very come on.
We fuck with the LGBTQ mafia.
Bye.
Right. But he ain't gone, bro. Damn. What do we have to do next to get rid of this bitch?
Well, I'm gonna have to do some interviews, because I gotta make sure they understand I'm above all of this.
We gotta play offense.
We gotta play, because I'm above all of this.
We gonna say
I don't give a fuck about none of these niggas. I'm from a different era.
We don't do battling.
I got dissed by Tupac.
Hold on, let me give you a note.
All right, yeah.
All right, my nigga, this is what you gonna say.
Yeah, what's up? Let me see this.
Yeah, it's like we don't do.
It's on paper, nigga. You know I don't read paper. Come on now, like nigga, I don't write. I'm the writer with no pen. So why would I hold paper? Come on, get it together.
You Ray man.
Hold on 1 second. Put it down, Memphis Bleak. Put that down. That nigga, that's $100 million. Put that shit down. Go ahead. Nigga, you acting like Yayo, Tony Yayo. Yayo don't do this at Curtis Home. Let's go. Go ahead, nigga.
All right, so they allegedly say he going to diss us on Iceman. So here we go.
All right, so let's
say
see
we don't need battling no more in hip hop.
Yeah, we don't need.
We're gonna play the wise sage.
All right. Let's
we playing offense.
Yeah, because these niggas dumb anyway.
Exactly.
I mean, come on,
remember,
because
he gonna be putting TikTok music on that shit.
Yeah, I ain't got time for
so
that.
So we
shit.
gotta go above him. All right.
All right.
So when you talk to the little nigga on GQ,
right?
We above all this. Okay. We wise sages. We don't need no more battling. It's not good for hip hop.
It's not good. It's just not good. I mean, it's stupid.
Let's practice.
Okay.
So, Jay-Z, thank you for coming to this sit down with us.
Absolutely.
For the culture.
Absolutely. I'm honored to be here.
What do you think about the battle between Drake and Kendrick?
At first, I was into it. I thought it was good, but now we kind of getting into some gray areas, and I just don't think it's needed anymore. And I know that's weird coming from me. I was in the biggest battle in hip hop, well, up until theirs, and I just don't think we need it now.
Some people are saying that you was coming after Drake. What do you say to that?
Why would I come after Drake? I think he's a fantastic, once in a generational talent like Kendrick, but respectfully, I'm Hove.
You're right.
Yeah, respectfully.
Perfect. That's
good.
That's what we're gonna do.
Because I still gotta sauce him up with the respectfully. I'm Hove.
You still got a little nigga.
I mean, I'm New York at the end of the day. Like the nigga from Canada, the other nigga from Compton. Like who gives a fuck? Like it's not New York though, niggas.
So this is gonna work.
Yeah. All right.
I bet you that album gonna be sleepy.
Yeah. I mean,
so we gonna play
they fucked him up pretty bad.
They fucked him up.
They fucked him up pretty bad.
But he still survived. We got to figure this out.
Yeah, because
so you got it.
And he with those weirdos online too, because they ain't got nothing to do.
Booger flickers.
Yeah, like MySpace niggas.
All right, but listen, culturally, in the moment, the business, the sport is entertainment, and the sport is blood as well. Kendrick Lamar being on stage, 334 million views.
A great performance,
it's a great performance. That's also long-term. It's a long-term bet if Drake didn't survive. All right? Kendrick already know the nigga gonna take shots at him because, nigga, look what I just did to you. Jay-Z is 56 years old, though. All right? So it's not necessarily in young man's territory. And up until now, we're going to see what he does because he's going to make some moves for next week that you guys are going to see. And then we'll see from next week with the marketing from that going into the stadium, you're going to see if it's effective or not.
Now, I will say, though, eventually Kendrick is going to drop more music.
Yes.
According to Night Night. And he has a pretty good batting average of dropping really good body of work. So I personally believe that Kendrick is going to drop another really good album.
I think so. I mean, he hasn't been missing thus far, subpar. All right? So we'll see, but Drake coming back and what did he sell? He did
right now.
It's already platinum.
Yeah.
But he did like $1 million and some change already in the past 2 weeks, right?
Well, the third week, based off the third week, he gonna be. Yeah, wait, hold on. The first week did 500,000.
Yeah.
Then the second week did 275,000. Then they said the third week he's supposed to do like 175,000. Something along those lines.
Yeah, so realistically, if Drake would have came back with unconditionally a flop, Jay-Z would be in a better position right now. A little bit better position. He still would get some hate because of how he's being associated with a lot of shit. And that is what happens. Now, the other side of it, because you podcast niggas, a lot of industry podcast niggas, this is the karma of being the supreme gatekeeper. Because there are people that they see Jay-Z as the final form of a nigga gatekeeper in hip-hop. And because of that, you're going to get the criticism. Good or bad. There's some niggas that they be like, nah, Jay-Z came through, got me out my contract. It looked good. And there's some niggas, they said, bro, I feel like he put some smut on my name. All right? So that's what it is. But anyway, on that note, you guys have been fantastic. You've been wonderful.
It was fun.
It was fun. Seeing you had fun?
Yes. We're going to have another fun morning stream tomorrow as well at 8 a.m.
All right, then. We'll be looking forward to seeing what Stephen A. Smith says. Is he going to be clapping back at Trump?
Trump said he low IQ. What you going to do, Stephen A.?
So we're going to purportedly wrap this up. All right, guys. Y'all take care. Peace. We out.
Peace, everyone.
Purported. 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 This is First Shot, and welcome to Purportedly. Racism does exist. You know that. I know that. Hell, even Molly knows that. Now let's get that out of the way, and let's talk about our pants. Now you must be asking, what do I mean by pants? I'm talking about pulling all pants up. We can't always go after white people when we treat ourselves a certain way but not pulling up our own pants. It's been purported that black Americans pull up their pants less than white Americans. Now we gonna get to Daniel later. We gonna get to him. We're gonna get to Daniel Snyder. But I want to focus on the purported reports on black NFL players. When we show up to work late, and it's been purported that we've been on the weed, that does not make us look good in front of white America. That doesn't make it look good for me. And you know, on this show, I tell y'all the truth. Now, I understand that there can be racism against the collectiveness against black people. But one black person can make us all look bad. If you show up to work late and it's been purported, we all look bad. I understand that there can be racism against the collectiveness against black people. But one lazy black person can make us all look bad. If one black person is late and it's been purported, we cannot call that racism. You heard that? I said racism. If Pookie on the block did not show up for work, we cannot purport that is racism. They may not like you. But we know ESPN loves me. Now, if Pookie on the block is late for work and it's been purported that he has a history of tardiness, that is not racism. If a white person just don't like you based off of your personality, and it's been purported that they have a good record on other groups, including black people, then you may be the problem. Now let's get into the meat and potatoes of this. It's not racism if I didn't see it. Did they purport it as racism? I didn't see the purports. So how do I know that it's true? Point the camera towards me. Point it towards me. And I want to say this to white America, as a black man, that if I wake up and I am focused on making money, focused on making my bosses richer, so I can get a piece of that pie, that means that all people want this. I wake up every morning thinking, how much more money can I make with my bosses? How much more can I massage their balls? And I know that there are other black Americans out there like me, white America, that do not want any problems. We just want to make money like anybody else. And that has also been purported. So that's what I want to say to my white brothers and sisters out there. This doesn't mean it has nothing to do with all of you, because I know the majority of you are good. But it's been purported that black people want to make that dough. And we know ESPN is paying me well. Paying me damn good money. Okay, good. On this episode of Purportedly, and my documents, which I call the purporticles.
Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. While these other birds squawk about it. They want to gossip about my fit. Well, shit, I threw on a suit and tie just to see which one of you losers lie. Stuck on YouTube for the stupid views. Look at these Negroes knocking off popularity. Look what they did to Lizzo. We can't forget what they did to the Queen. She can't even sell right now. Oh, well, I guess the industry's in hell. It's okay. I don't care who you trust. I'll play the role of Lucifer. And don't worry, even though I'm 56, I'm still ill as shit. Come back in the whip and I'll shoot 'em up. Think about it, 56, not 50 cents. Let me just let y'all marinate. Let me let y'all just sit on that for a moment. Don't just walk past that. Let's talk about it. Got little niggas shooting at me. Drake with that ugly chinchilla coat, nigga. I'll do you one better. When I was back on the yacht with Melissa Ford, you couldn't afford. It was big pimping, you big simping. I don't even care about that. Shouts out to Lizzo. We need to protect big women. Let me think about it for a moment. They trying to get me up out of it before I own it. People already talking about what they're going to do. This is like back in the day, all this segregated hate. But that's okay. I'm coming back. I'm Reparation J. But J don't mean Jay-Z, because I don't want no illegal copyright infringement. I'm just talking about the letter J. Because just like you, I got slick lawyers, but you don't hear it. Everybody talking about like they don't got a boss. They lying. Just like these two hypocritical niggas sitting up here on Thought Crimes. It's okay. They paid me to do the intro. So you know me. You know my memento. I sent it to him in an email. Before I tell y'all go to hell, I'll just tell you the price of the retail. Welcome to Thought Crimes. Prince Solomon and Sincere Ignorance. Two silly ass niggas. Good morning.
Thought Crimes. Thought Crimes.
Sensational.
Come on, man.
Thought crimes.
See why you can't be a part of things, thing?
Thought crimes.
See why you can't be a part of things, thing?
Thought crimes.
Because I'm free. His eye is on the sparrow.
Oh my God, what's this?
And I sing happy. And I sing and I sing happy. And I sing
We are all the same. We are all the same.
More group coming through your airwaves. All right, now I'm here to kick the ballistics. Check out Thought Crimes. Are you following me? Coming through your airways. Coming through your airways. You ain't gonna get me with that one.